How we doing? Welcome out. Let me just go ahead and bring Bree's one up. Bree has a migraine today, so she's off cam and trying to scream.
It's okay. I have my volume adjusted on my side, so you're good.
Oh, good. Okay.
You guys are like mice speaking quietly.
Oh my goodness.
Mice RP.
Well, welcome out to episode 74 of Godforged, everyone. Good to see ya. How we all been? Good?
Extremely. I've been good.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Well, you might notice the cameras go a little bit blurry today. I think Discord's having issues all day. Like, sometimes they go clear, then blur. It's weird. But I don't know what that is. So we'll just roll with the punches. Before we get into everything, has anyone got anything they want to shout out, announce, or anything of the like?
No.
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 Not today.
Nah.
No. I guess
Okay.
not.
Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. So
Is
if
it?
that is, it's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive it. Then, who wants to do the recap?
I knows I did it last week.
It's true. Do you know what? Your voice from it
I'll
this
do
week.
it.
This week.
I
I'll
did
do
2
it.
weeks in a row. Okay.
I don't mind. I'll do it. I'll take the fall.
Okay, OG, you get exempt next week.
Okay, wait. I have to scroll up and find it.
Oh, so
okay.
now we're exempting after one go, huh? Now we are.
Until we break it down.
Till people start.
We used to roll for this shit, dude.
Volunteering.
What happened?
We rolled for the minimal amount of episodes for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
We
have
did.
now just willingly offered to do it like adults, so we haven't had to roll. That's what
It's not like
Yeah.
adults because they're offering to do it for immunity, which is
No,
again,
that was never
childish act.
guaranteed.
I didn't
That's
know.
never guaranteed.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just
You
said
knew,
do it.
you knew.
You guys all looked
You always
down.
know.
You all looked away from the cams, like, don't make eye contact with him. He's gonna make you do it.
Yeah, they do that. They all look
Right,
down.
like
They
a
all look down,
teacher.
pretend they're busy.
I'm doing my essay.
I'm busy. I am busy. I'm always busy.
I'm always busy, dude.
I'm always busy. There's always someone lighting up my phone. Like the president or something calling.
Like the police.
I expect you could shout at yourselves at the end.
To fucking lower the volume again. Third noise complaint.
Okay, I found it. All right. Last we left off, we journeyed into Nithrex's lair to battle the ancient white dragon to the death. Inside, it had a baby. Well, a shitty teen. Well, not really a teen. It was an adult, but it was shitty anyway.
I didn't put baby
So we
in
fought
the
both of them.
recap. I didn't put baby specifically in the recap.
It's in Fia's voice. Leave it alone. During the grueling battle, we were harassed by an invisible creature. Adelward smashed the floating crystal hanging in the center of the room. Something fell on the floor. He just picked it up and ate it, and then became infused with Everfrost. The Rock and Scold took to the air, fighting the dragon as it attempted to flee before Scold brought his hammer down upon its chest, slaying the creature. True crashed to the ground. Scold was sent unconscious by the invisible creature, and then I tried to fireball where I thought it was, and then
I actually ripped its throat
Basil.
out, just to clarify, with
Well,
my
it says
hand.
here.
Oh, you did actually. Sorry, you did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bad DM'd it. Okay,
Scold,
sorry.
Bad
ripped
dim?
it-
Okay.
ripped its
Hold on one
throat
second.
out with his claws.
OG. Sam, take over.
Next time I typo
where
out
were
Lord,
we?
Joe should have to read it, dude.
I think you should read it for actually fucking it up. If I'm
I think
being
Joe
honest.
should have to read
Yeah.
it for fucking it up.
What do you mean fucking it? You said bad DM. That's
Fuck
why
it
you're
up.
reading it. You said bad DM. You're not for fucking it up. You said bad DM. You read it. It was where it said the two crashed to the ground and Skull was sent unconscious by the invisible creature. Just after that.
Fucking vengeful, dude.
You're goddamn right.
I
Incredible.
did fairy fire, which was really helpful. and
That's what I
cool.
started to
Yeah,
say.
thank you, Fia.
It actually was fucking clutch.
He
Thank
can't
God
find
you
it. Just
had
finish it,
fairy
OG.
fire.
Finish it. Look, he's
Anyway,
pretending he
as I
can't
was
find
saying,
it.
so I fireballed, and Basil fairy fired, so we knew where it was.
Yeah.
And then just before its identity was revealed, it cut the throat of Victaliak, which was actually really sad, and the rock died. Then before teleporting out, it was identified as Silvaric, the Worm Hunter, Lieutenant of Magnathor. So a definite shitlord. And then we were left in the room with the Dragon's Horde. Everything started kind of melting a little bit, so we get a lot of money out of there. And some other stuff, yeah.
Yes.
We're rich.
You just collected up a score of gems, platinum pieces, silver you left for the most part. But
We took a barrel's worth. I opened my forge, took a barrel's worth because I can, however much that is. How much do you think can fit in a barrel?
Oh, tiny
a lot.
pieces. It's gotta be a lot.
A barrel's fucking big.
Yeah, barrels are big. I don't know if we could take all of it though in the barrel.
let me see.
Surely someone has had this discussion
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the internet, right?
I'll look it up.
Someone has done this math.
42. I mean, the problem is barrels are usually measured in volumes of liquid. So, I would say about 3,000 coins, maybe 4,000. 4,000 silver in the barrel.
That's fair.
It would melt it down though. You're good with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd fill a barrel of silver that melts.
It doesn't
down.
even melt it down. It breaks it down, whatever
Yeah.
that means.
Well, I imagine it kind of
It's
almost
just
like
its raw material.
yeah, it brings it down to just a pure kind of almost like liquefied silver. So it's containing that. Okay. You also carved some of the dragon scales away, and broke into that as well. Whilst you're stood there in the kind of quiet, the rock lies dead on the ground. Its blood seeping into the ice, coloring it a kind of a softish pink. You'd see the dragon itself. You've kind of... Did you tear off its head last time, or did you not get around to it yet? I think you did tear it off, right? Because it was all...
I think we
did. We
tore
made
it off.
rolls.
It was gruesome.
Yeah, I tore
it was
off.
not clean.
Yeah, it wasn't clean. Yeah. You tore off the head, breaking it away, this massive head. Adult. There's a moment when the adrenaline starts going out of your system. You start calming down. You'd see seeping from the dragon is this kind of wisping magic that comes into you. Your body having kind of turned into pure Everfrost and forever altered. You feel it kind of seeping into your skin. Almost running up you like a cold breeze that almost travels across your veins until it blankets over your eyes. And then they gloss over, almost like they're freezing over. You try to blink a couple of times. And then you recognize yourself. You're looking, and it's almost being in a prism of mirrors. Hundreds of different shapes around you, and you realize you're in the inside of a gem. You're seeing a cave that is similar to this one in its design, in its ice, in its formations built around, but massive, bigger. A much larger layer, where the silver and the platinum are piled up in corners, compacted in together with snow. Far more gems and gold, well, and platinum. No gold. Gathered here. You can feel the freezing temperatures whispering around you. You feel distant than where you are now. You see the ancient white dragon Nithrax in a corner, clawing his way across, and scratches open one corner of his massive cave lair, and peers out of a window caused by his claw mark. Droplets of water hitting the top of his head. He looks up, freezes over a portion, only for a little bit more to melt and drip. You hear him talking in Draconic. You can't speak Draconic, can you?
I've comprehended languages, but I don't have.
You won't have it,
so-
right? Yeah. You can't understand the words he's saying. Frustrated, though, in the tone. Yule. That word you make out clearly. He says her name. Yule. You hear someone else talking back to him. A more feminine voice equally in Draconic. You hear the word Safna. And then you hear, in common, yours, if you serve. You see as the dragon looks out his makeshift window, lets out a plume of cold air. And then what seems to be a couple of days go by. It feels like you're not hungry, you're not thirsty, you're just watching through the memories of this prism, this gem. You see Nithrax go up, pull across these carcasses and start filling his treasures, his gems, anything he can, and wrapping them before lifting it up into his jaws. His son comes over and does the same, filling up as much as they can. With one claw, he grabs your gem and makes the leave out of the icy, long tunnels of this cave before flying into the air. In the distance of this frozen landscape, unlike Fjordhelm, the ground here almost looked bluish with how icy and cold it is. You can see already when you were moved, the droplets started hitting them all. And in the distance, far in the distance, an ever-burning massive fire that was slowly creeping its way towards the lair. Nithrax flies, and you feel like you're inside of his prism, his gem, for what could be a week. You're not sure how to return to your body. You feel this constant, just days passing, flying, seeing oceans, islands below you, but so far in the distance. You're in the clouds. Before eventually you see in the distance land, a much larger landmass. A continent. Icy shores, fjords breaking up into the north. And the great cave of the once beautiful cave of Snafna. Now with rivers and lakes weaving into it. Mostly rock with ice just hanging at icicles. Not nearly as cold as it is now, much to your memory. You see as Nithrax lands in there. Plants you in the center. You hover and let out frost from your body. You see it start to freeze the ground around you, freeze the cave, freeze the streams that are going into it. You start to see him freezing away any of his treasures. He's tired, he rests, having flown for a couple of weeks without any food. As the next days pass, he goes out hunting in the days. You see him bring back great carcasses of beasts. But every night, he comes and breathes his cold into you, and you expand it outwards, freezing evermore, marking his territory. Each night it changes. Feels like you're trapped in there for a month. When eventually, Nithrax spends his entire evening with you. You see him talking in the distance with Silvarik, the assassin. You see Silvarik go invisible. Moments before you see your party. You see you, your body, and you see your group walk down a tunnel. You see the battle envelop. You see the shard shatter. You see your reflection. And then nothing. Your eyes return as you consume it. Your body feels infused with magic. Different. You feel like you have this kind of essence of arcane flowing with you now. The dragon's magic kind of seeping into you. Capable of different things. Almost inspired to do more. The draconic energies now kind of fulfilling you. Even though it's only been about 30 seconds in this kind of days, probably people wouldn't even notice that you'd passed. For you, it feels like you've just been in a month. You've learned so much in that time. You've felt so much. You've just returned back to the cave.
Oh, Adelward's gonna throw up immediately onto the ground.
Okay.
He's gonna throw up, and then I'm going to also regurgitate everything that you just said after I'm finished throwing up, and kind of stumble around for a minute. So it's been for everyone, it's been a couple of seconds. For me, it has been what sounds like to be almost like a couple of months of time, just sort of observing quietly from inside of a gem. Okay. Yeah. He'd definitely not be great after that, I don't think. I think he'd sort of fucking tumble to the ground, actually, and just sort of throw up. But before even telling anyone anything, probably just fall unconscious at that point. That's some wild shit.
Okay. Yeah, you see him kind of collapse down. Your body, when you kind of return to it... Sorry about the cams, by the way. I think Dodge's having an issue with the cams. your body, when you kind of return to it, you feel as if it's kind of just exactly how you remembered it. Although it's kind of a distant memory. It's not like you were paying attention necessarily, but you don't feel hungry. You don't feel like a month's passed with your body. You don't feel tired. Well, you feel as tired as you were at the end of the fight. You do feel entirely different. And you collapse down to the ground unconscious. You kind of lie there for a moment. You haven't passed out entirely. You do feel a bit weaker. Everyone else would just see as Adderwood drops to the floor.
I'd rush over and shake him. Adelward? Are you okay?
I had like a really freaky thing just happen. I was in that thing in the sky. I saw the dragon, I saw Nithrax, they were talking about someone named Yule. They talked to that lady that killed the fucking bird or whatever. It's been weeks, it's been months. It's been almost a year. I've been in there.
It's been like
Only been a few minutes, but
yeah.
It's been like, what was your name again?
I'm like, trying to help him to sit up. Okay, you're Adelward. I'm
Right.
Fia.
Okay.
That's Fabia. I'm just gonna slowly point out everyone. Like, are you?
Oh. He's going to get up. He's going to start standing up and say, this is too much. He's going to try to start pulling his half plate off of his body as if it's suffocating him.
You see it clangs to the ground.
And
Because you ate that rock, huh?
I think
shit.
it might be the rock.
Dude, you can't eat stuff you find on the ground, man. That's like
Yeah, that was pretty shocking
Basic.
to watch, honestly.
I thought it would help me win. I thought it would make me stronger. I thought it would just blow up the dragon, maybe.
I mean, you look
Timothy.
cool.
I was gonna say you
We're just
look
gonna
cooler.
start gesturing
Yeah.
over to Timothy as he's like taking off his half plate as if it's suffocating him to have it on.
how do you feel right now? Are you like
Weird, not bad, not good, just kind of like weird, like something's wrong.
like do you feel sick? Can Timmy help you?
I don't know. I don't think I feel sick, but I feel like something has changed. I don't know if I'm gonna die. I don't know if I'm gonna blow up or something in a second. Honestly,
We'll take a step back.
I've
Okay. Well, I hope you don't die or blow up. I feel like if you blew up, you would probably die. I hope you don't do either of those things. Do you want to like sit down for a minute? Do you need like do you need a rest?
Yeah, I think I'll just sit down. Adelward will start sitting down on the ice and start sinking into the ice immediately.
Is his body just going to start submerging?
Maybe
Maybe don't sit down. Maybe you should
somewhere
just keep
else.
moving. Yeah.
It's like almost like quicksand. He's just gonna try to start pulling himself back
Holy-
out of it.
what if you
like he's
sit on the-
submerging.
Wait, did Basil make the cart yet?
I was just gonna say, do we have a card?
Yes, I made the cart.
Can we maybe sit on the
Okay.
cart? Maybe don't sit on the ice. Are you like? I'm gonna just. Fia will put out her hand to like touch him. Is he like? Why is he like falling through? Why is he going through the ice? Is he like warmer? Is he like?
He's not
what's
warmer.
happening?
He's just
Okay.
His
He
body
just easily moves through ice, right?
Yeah, his body
Like
is freezing cold,
yeah.
and he's almost kind of like. It's not like he's falling as in like he can't really
Yeah, it's
necessarily
just
help
like-
himself. It's this kind
Yeah.
of new, apparent feeling where he can almost meld the ice around him, almost forming his part. His body is not necessarily flesh anymore.
Do you-
What's going on with my hands?
I think
Just
you're,
looking
like-
at his hands.
You definitely shouldn't have. I think you're like an ice man bird. Ice. You're pretty icy right now. I think it looked like you were starting to sink into the ice. Like maybe you're becoming one with the ice. You should probably just sit on the cart so that you don't like get stuck here in this cave as part of the cave,
All right.
like scenery.
All right, I'm gonna say that Adelward is below, like above his waist in ice still, and almost like stepping upstairs, starts walking towards the cart, and pulls himself up and just sits down. He's having a weird day. It's been like a year for him. I never realized how weird my hands looked until now.
Skull just rolls his eyes at these theatrics.
Theatrics.
Maybe this guy's trying to get out walking. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, okay.
I mean, this whole place is melting, so
we should
like we're leaving anyway, right?
Am I gonna melt?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, we're not for a while. It's pretty cold.
I mean, can we take him out of Fjordhelm? How will he be in the not cold?
Oh my god! Can we
I
just
don't know,
get
you're like
can
a
we just get
doctor,
moving,
right?
please? This is all discussion we can have on the road.
Do we have any buckets? What if you just what if we just
You are not bucketing me. You're not.
No, but
I'm
if
not
you
letting
start to
put me in a
melt, we
bucket
can
if
at
I
least
start
put
to
you in
melt.
a bucket and then reconstitute you somehow.
It's Fjordhelm. He's not gonna melt. Look at the snow.
Eventually, we're gonna leave Fjordhelm. We thought we might have to go to the Vahazi at some point.
God.
I don't know if I can do.
If we go to the Vahazi, I'll fucking melt. All right, don't worry about him.
You'd hear clanking down one of the external hallways, the one with the flight path up to it. Many footsteps. And you hear, "Please, don't kill."
Hello?
Stepping out from one of the corners, you'd see about a dozen or so kobolds. They're white-scaled, blue-scaled. A few of them are carrying a shield, and in it you see loads of silver coins kind of just wrapped across it. A couple of platinum in there. Others carrying swords and kind of broken in armor plates that have almost been like frozen and burnt over by like just Everfrost. Others kind of carrying just small handfuls of anything they could grab, like soil, fertile soil and whatnot. And one of like a few of them come out with a wheel of a ship, the helm of a ship, kind of holding it, knocking against the wall slightly. And you see them kind of step and go, "We give tribute." And they place it down on the ground, staying about 20 feet away from you all. Kind of bowing down, cowering and groveling.
God, they had kobolds too.
I think we've got
Hi.
enough. You can keep it.
Oh, don't kill us.
We're not.
Oh, we're not gonna kill you.
You're okay. Did you live here?
They all kind of look to one.
Okay, if
and
you
then
did.
one of them goes, "This is Rat, the human slayer, our leader." You see Rat kind of just shaking his head.
Oh my god.
No,
No, not that. We serve the Great One, but we no longer
Oh, that one. He
Okay.
points to the severed head. in the
Gestures
car.
to body.
They look to kind of like all just staring wide-eyed.
Did you come with him, or were you here already when he got here?
We heard Great Dragon. We came to serve.
All right, well, fuck off then. Go back to where you came from.
Gracious. Thank you. And you see them
There-
kind of all like bow their heads down. There's a moment they look at you, Fia, and they're like, and they kind of just stare at you. And you hear them saying Draconic, "Dragon? Dragon?"
I'll say in Draconic. There's a bunch of people outside. Don't tell them that his name is Human Slayer.
They look at each other.
Are you gonna stay here?
No,
Where are you gonna go?
underground.
Okay, good idea. They'll probably come in here to look at everything. You guys might want to hide before then.
Okay. You won't kill us.
Nope. You won't kill us.
No.
Okay.
And they start kind of,
Are the
yeah.
Sorry, Jay. Are the survivors still down here with us? I assume they helped us like load the wagon and stuff.
Yeah, they're behind their blanket and whatnot. So they've got a couple of Krigven and.
What do they make of the kobolds?
You'd see the Krigven are glaring, kind of scowling their teeth. Oxen is kind of focused on the other Lockavat and kind of keeping his head down, not looking to start trouble. But one of the Krigven is just growling, staring at them. We go?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. You see them kind of scattering off, like a few of them. But a few of the ones at the front, like, step backwards, heading towards the exit that you came through. Not trusting you're not going to just shoot them in the back. And then just turn and just start running as fast as they can to get out of there. None of the stuff they brought over was worthwhile, but the kobolds rush off down the hallway. One of the Krigven goes, should have killed him. Nice little bastards.
I think I've killed enough for today, don't you?
You've killed plenty.
What?
Oxen kind of gets to his feet. So, where do we go from here?
East.
Catch up with the others.
We're gonna go find your people.
Okay. Good.
Who's pulling the cart right now?
I think it's just sitting there, right? Like we haven't.
You haven't done anything with the
Still
cart
in
yet. Yeah.
Just chilling.
What kind of cart have you made? How do? Because you can build up to a large thing, Brie. So what have you
Oh
kind of?
man, a really cozy, like cottage core kind of cart vibe.
All right.
Like something you would see on like a
giant head.
cozy farm, because that's where he comes from.
With a bleeding severed dragon head on it.
Well, so if you're gonna put the
Ivy twined around it.
if you put the dragon head on, you will not be able to fit anything else on the cart. The head is bigger than the cart. It's kind of almost buckling it slightly. This is
Oh
a
God.
like each. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can only make up to large. So a 10 by
I
10
think you're
cart,
right, yeah.
and this head is about
Yeah.
like pretty much closer to being huge. So it's gonna. You see the wheels kind of almost like holding the weight.
Basil's just staring at his beautiful cart buckling under this bloody head in horror, just kind of like, do we really need to bring the whole head? Is
Do we
that
really
nec-
need to make the cart so fancy? Is I
I
guess
mean,
the
it just reminds me of
Because it was
home.
literally to transport the head.
I just wanted you guys to feel welcomed and cozy, you know?
I feel welcomed and cozy.
Thank you.
Puts a
See,
hand on your shoulder.
you always understand me. Thank you.
It's really
Try.
nice.
How the hell are we even? What are you gonna drag this thing? Hadlward looks.
I'm gonna
over
turn
at
into a
Skull.
monkey and I'm gonna drive.
You're gonna
it,
turn
okay?
into a monkey to do it.
Yeah.
Wait, how long does
giant
polymorph
one.
last?
An hour.
An hour.
So you're gonna pull it for an hour and then.
Alwar's gonna look over at it and like almost look like he's about to sneeze. And when he does, he's going to cast Phantom Steed, and a
Oh.
horse or some kind of regional adjacent thing that would work as a mount for hauling carts will just explode out of the ice and snow. Probably literally made out of ice.
What
and
the
snow,
fuck did you just
visually.
do? What is that?
No, all right, this stuff is. I've been like 1,000 years old now.
No.
Wait, how old were you before?
I don't remember anymore.
Oh.
I was
You
in
look
a gem.
old.
This
You
is
look
such
like
a
very-
bad bit.
It's not
I
a
don't know
bit,
what game
asshole.
I don't know what game you're playing. All right, snowman. But let's get going.
This reminds me of a song they used to sing back home. It's like, do you want to build a snowman? You know? Have you guys heard that one?
I think I take offense to
I
that.
know
now.
that one.
Yeah, the Phantom Steed kind of appears. It's kind of almost like glacial slightly in the appearance as well. Attaches it to the cart. It's going to take a bit of momentum before you'd have to push kind of back to kind of get the momentum going with the wheels. But
Yeah.
it slowly pulls it.
Skull did push it from the back.
Fun fact: it will also only last 1 hour.
Oh my god. We'll take turns.
We'll have to take turns.
Yeah.
I guess we're leaving the silver, right? It's just way too much to carry.
Yeah, we put some of the silver into Timmy's forge, so we have like 400 gold's worth, I think, right? Silver in the, and then
We'll
we
just
have
take the
platinum
sacks of
stuff.
platinum.
Yeah, and the gems, obviously, because they don't weigh very much. So we'll
do
carry
we
that
each have
stuff.
1,000 platinum? Is that how we're gonna divvy it?
Yeah.
I think that's how we did it last session. Unless there's a
Ooh.
different plan.
Let me
There
just
you
add
go.
that to my
There do be
inventory
6 of
real
us.
quick. There
There's,
do be
there's
6.
7 of you guys.
There's 7.
Aaron.
Aaron doesn't get paid.
Huh?
He's a
I do not
robot, he doesn't
require
even need
money.
food.
Yeah, damn right.
Aaron,
he
you're the
doesn't.
best.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for
Right.
clarifying that. Appreciate you, bud. Hey, good job living, by the way.
Yeah, you do have 1,000 platinum each then.
All right, we'll take the survivors and we'll slowly push the cart out of the dragon's lair and then head east.
Yeah, as you're kind of coming out, you feel droplets. As the Everfrost is now gone, you can see that the actual cave is going to start to melt. And you finally pull your way out. The way down this kind of mountainous area is a little bit treacherous, but you can slowly take your way down there. It'd probably be about an hour before you hit the ground. As soon as you hit the ground, the cart stops as the phantom steed disappears at the bottom of the base of the mountain.
Cool.
That thing's dead.
Skold will just grab it and start pulling.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I'll help with my -1 to strength.
I also have
Powerful build. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll lower the DC for that.
Cool.
I'll guidance him just in case. Give some encouraging words from the cart.
What's guidance?
It's D4, I believe.
D4.
17.
17, okay. You can pull it. It's heavier than you realize, and the annoying part is you know that if you're on a straight, it'd be much easier to pull, but with the wheels and sometimes getting to a hill, you're constantly trying to struggle to get the momentum going. But you are managing to pull it, and you're with the help of the wheels as well. And you manage to kind of get around some of the divots at the bottom of this mountain range. It's kind of more like a large hill. It's like a plateau you're up on. And you start kind of pulling it around this area. You realize at the speed you're going at right now, you're probably not going to keep pace with the entire group for a little while. As in, like, when you're trying to catch up with them. So it's going to take you a couple of days to catch up with them at this rate.
Cool.
Is that your primary focus right now? Is to just keep pushing on until you catch up with the group?
I mean, yeah, they're heading to a specific place, so
yeah,
probably go there. I mean,
Where are they?
Would I know where Calder-Vast is? I'm assuming
Calder-Vast, yeah. You
well
might.
known.
I don't know if you've been there, but you could have. Definitely could have, because you come from the Eastern Mountains.
We'll probably go past there on the way. Just for
So
this.
what's our destination again?
Our
So the
destination is a
Dragonhead
place
needs to-
called.
Sorry,
what?
go ahead. The Dragonhead needs to go to Calder-Vast, right, Joe?
No.
If you're doing the Great Hunt,
Yeah.
you don't need it. You don't. The Dragon
Yeah,
Hunt doesn't really
I
need
know.
to go
But
anywhere.
if we're no, I know.
I mean, Skold knows it's on the way. He figured we might as well go there and flaunt it.
Okay.
But we're heading to Kongstal, which is in the mountains. It's like a Krigven city.
Yep.
As we're starting our walk out, hey Timmy, can
Yeah?
you how often can you just send somebody a message? Like, could you do it right now?
I mean, I could. I can only do it so many times a day. It's not
Yeah.
really a time thing, more of a per day thing.
Okay, just like I can only do it once. I just it's just weird that I called Magnavac's cat. Like, she mouths. She doesn't want to say it out loud in case somebody's spying. And I feel like he was kind of freaking out, and I feel sort of bad. And I feel like, should we say something like, dude, it's chill? I don't know. It just seems. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It seems that's big news. One, he's probably safe where he is.
Yeah.
And they don't know where he is. But also, it seems mean that I just dropped a bombshell and then can't send him another message or anything. And I'm just okay, bye. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I think it'd be better if we could talk in person with them and not bombard them with. Because mine will be.
Yours is the same, right? They can send you a
Yeah.
response, but then okay.
Then that's it. There's no real conversation to be had.
If we Okay. I mean, really, I know that there was a teleportation circle in home, and I looked at it. So like, I could get us there, but then we would have to leave from somewhere with a teleportation circle to get back to where we were, and also that cart ain't fitting through that circle. So I guess maybe I'll just send him a message tomorrow and just be like, "Hey, dude, it's fine." I guess.
Yeah, if you know the best thing to say, probably.
Well, I mean, I
wouldn't know
got
what I would say because I would have to talk to him, and
I got a day to think
it's a
about
little
it,
much
right?
for me.
Look, if you want to go south to home, then we could just meet up another time.
No, I mean, I don't. I just want to. I don't know. I'll just wait till tomorrow, and I'll send him a message and see how he is.
I'm fine with. And Alward's gonna sneeze again. Another phantom steed is just gonna come out of the ground.
You gotta stop doing that.
I don't know what's happening to me. Okay.
What if you
You're making me uneasy. What's a
what
cough
if you-
gonna do, huh?
What if you cover your mouth when you do that? Will it stop that?
Doesn't that? I don't know.
What if it
That
just
might
appears in your
actually
face?
explode.
Yeah, what if it appears inside of him or something?
Can you I don't know, you're a doctor or something, aren't you? Aren't you like a healer? Can you look
I
at
don't
me
think
or
this is
anything?
an
Instead of just,
ailment.
put me on a cart.
I
Get your
could, just,
stethoscope out. Come on.
Timmy, maybe he's cursed.
I could try to dispel a curse. I don't. Do you think? Do you want me
Oh,
to
I
just
think-
throw
look at
everything I
it.
got at you for now?
Wow. Sure.
Okay.
Do
I'm gonna do first a lesser restoration, then a remove curse, and then a greater restoration in order. I'm going all three.
You find kind of you don't feel any different as each goes by. The greater restoration, you might have had like a slight backache that's now gone, but you don't find that it's
Alright.
actually taken away any of your newfound abilities.
Anything?
My back feels better. I had a real kink in it before, and now it's
I don't want to. I
Yes.
just used all of this
Fancy
for a
stuff.
backache.
well, it wasn't just a backache. It was an incredibly painful backache. So,
We'll see if
good on
anything else
you.
happens then.
You are absolutely the same after all the magic. So what's your plan as a party? To keep heading east?
Yeah, now that I
Yeah.
realize that my Phantom Steed spell is a ritual, I'll just be. If it falls off while we're traveling, I will just make it again so we don't have to do as difficult of athletic checks while we're moving.
Yeah, it's gonna still that would slow down your pacing because it'd mean kind of every hour ritually casting for 20. How long is it to cast it? Is it 10 minutes casting time
It's
normally?
10 minutes
I think
for
it's 10
rituals.
minutes.
So
And
yeah,
also 10 minutes for
so
a
yeah.
ritual, so yeah,
So
it'd be
20 minutes every hour. You'd be spending 20 minutes just casting the spell again, moving. 20 minutes moving. So it's slow going, but it does take away the idea of exhausting any of you guys. You keep pulling away, traveling for the rest of that day. Night comes, you settle up, camping. You'd notice during one of the first nights, a couple of crag cats, which are these large, almost kind of the size of wolves, or like lions, kind of come down, icy white fur, looking at you from the distance. They look up to the great dragon head and turn and flee. You get occasionally looks like this. On
Do we need to roll survival or anything to feed the other guys and stuff?
yeah, you can go ahead and roll survival if you want to hunt for food for them and whatnot. The look of it don't
'Cause
seem that hungry.
We've got a caravan, right, of people at this point.
There's only about 4 of you with you right now, 4 of them, but you could feed them, yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Oof.
Because it's the same day that you just fought a dragon, you're feeling kind of tired. You just pulled a cart along for a while. You're a bit
If
slower.
that
Your muscles are
happens,
aching.
if I see not much food come in, I would do a create food and water and tell everyone. I mean, it's not much. It's going to taste awful, but it's better than starving.
And you get tasteless food. A massive amount of it appears. The Lokovet just start swallowing it back. You see their body kind of expanding slightly as they blubber up from this. Oxen looks to you. This is great. You can do this? I don't have to eat for a
Not as
week
much as I
after this."
want.
You see the Lokovet take a large portion of it, eating more than even the Krigven, as they kind of store it all in their blubber. But they feel well fed. The next day, you'd be carrying on, and you can see the tracks of the groups ahead of you that have been kind of marching and heading eastward. You're closing in on them. You'll probably arrive at their camp because they are, hundreds of people. They are moving at kind of a slower pace than a usual smaller group would. So you'll probably catch up with them by the next day. Or at least by the evening. Anything you want to do during this day? You're mostly finding that danger is not really kind of apparent on the northern side of these mountains right now. Mostly the reason the Lokovet travel up this far as well. Safna's kind of a place devoid of any kind of natural predators that don't kind of push out too far.
Would have ritually resummoned Pog at some point when we were resting.
Yeah.
If we're ritually resummoning things or ritually doing anything, Elroy would also ritually find familiar for himself and create something on the ground, sort of like just a sentient snowball or something weird.
Okay.
That would
Olaf, Olaf.
Oh, yes.
come out of the ground, and he'd try to like walk away from it, or just follow him and be sort of creepy to him.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
It comes up behind you. There's this great kind of eyes made of almost like pebbles off the ground as well. And it kind of follows you along, this little tiny snowman.
Stop. Weird. Stay away. Edward's trying to push it away with his foot, and it just keeps like appearing behind him, almost like magic. Like,
Cute.
What in the gods is that?
I don't know. You're the doctor. Damn it.
That's not a disease.
Oh, yeah. Can you talk to it? Will it talk to you?
I
Just
Don't
try it. Like
know.
if I talk to Pog, he talks back. He breathes out a little
can
bit
you
of fire.
speak?
Shakes its head.
I can understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of creepy. You live like this with that thing. Or just
that's not like a little like.
that bug.
You see the kind of twig arms it has, kind of like almost shrug. And then come back down.
Right. Well, you can stick around. I guess. For now.
It just
Now we'll
stays for you.
sidle away from it. And also, Joe, above board, going into most days, mage armor on myself, just so we're
Okay.
covering that.
Okay, just mark off the spell slot. You would be traveling kind of along the northern roads up here. They're not paved, but you can see the land is kind of flattened. Especially as you're following this group ahead of you, they've almost like created an easier pathway for you.
Terraformed it.
Yeah, the tramples of many Krigven and whatnot have kind of caused the snow to be more compact here. So you actually have an easier go of moving along these paths. Less soft snow. When it starts to get to kind of early evening time, you'd see a fire kind of burning on a small ridge nearby, trees heading outwards to the mountains in the south. You're by a kind of woodland. Some of the snow here is actually passed away with like rocks overtaking it and just it kind of blanketing the top of them. Pathways of different kind of stone plateaus and whatnot over in this portion of the near the mountain. Around the fire, you'd see several people. You'd see one of the crag cats that you'd seen previously. These large, almost they're like saber-tooth tigers, but white fur, no giant teeth, more just kind of a series of razor-sharp ones. Very wide, kind of thin, sharp eyes. You'd see one just lying dead kind of wrapped up on a smaller cart as well. A few of these people kind of sat around up on the fire area. They see as you kind of pass below. Starting to get early evening time, so one of them calls down to you and says, "You down there? Care to join us?"
Oh, what a...
This is more bandits. I'm gonna be really
It's
pissed off.
probably more bandits, if I'm going to be honest.
Do you think they would mess with us when we have a dragon head
Well,
hauled with us?
are naturally
pretty
inclined to
stupid.
stupidity, so maybe.
You see a couple of them stood up,
It's true.
and they're kind of staring down from the ridge. They're only about 30 feet up from you. Small kind of pathways that lead up to it as well. You see them kind of stood down over the ridge, and they're looking down. What's that you got there?
Want to
Your
come
mom.
closer and find out?
Laundry.
Damn.
It's a trophy for Calder-Vast.
Yeah, that.
Great hunt.
Yeah, I'm kind of murmuring. Then all 5 of them stand up by the edge, looking down. You'd see, stood up there, you'd see 2 human men. One's kind of bearded with a whitish beard. Another one looks younger. You'd see a slender figure kind of stood at the back. A half-orc looking down. She's kind of staring down at it. A turtle as well, kind of wide-eyed. And they're watching. The turtle kind of whispers something up, and the half-orc goes, "Did you kill a dragon? You killed the dragon."
Well, we killed 2, technically.
We did.
Yeah?
The older man laughs and kind of sits down, shaking his head, and the younger one kind of looks down. And the half-orc goes, "Well, you're certainly going to show us off then." Fuck. She kind of looks back towards the crag cat and sits down,
Oh.
shaking her head.
Dang.
You can join us if you like. I understand if you don't want to spend too much time outside with that thing. They kind of turn around the fire and they continue, but like the young ones kind of still look. He's probably about 17, 18, just staring down wide-eyed, just watching the dragon head.
I mean, we're pretty close now to catching up with the main group, right?
Yeah. Probably several hours away.
I just
What
want
time
to
is
gun
it?
it to the group.
About 9 p.m.
With several hours left, Adelward would want to just push through the last stretch, I think.
Okay. Is that what you're going to do as a group?
I'm down.
Sounds good.
Scott will go up the ridge to meet them, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would want to still say hi.
Yeah, we can walk up for a minute.
You'd see they look across to you. You'd see the older man and the younger man they look similarly dressed. Both humans kind of got their bow and they've got their rope and everything with them. They've almost got like all packed kind of a bag. The slender one turns out to be an elf. You see that she's kind of slightly kind of paler skin, but with kind of fiery red hair, a double-edged sword, a blade on both sides, something elves are known for. You'd kind of see this kind of almost flowers in a dress, which look a little bit exotic and out of fashion for the area. The half-orc, she has a large kind of great longbow built of kind of bone and sinew. And the turtle has kind of nets and a spear next to him. The turtle and the half-orc sit near the wrapped-up cart with the crag cat on it. Whereas the others are kind of sat around. You see at this point now, as the elf kind of pulls down her great kind of robe and her almost the cloak she's wearing. She's only got one of her arms. I look across to you and say, "So how'd you get it?"
the exact details?
I'm also just, well, I mean,
I'm
you gotta
gonna-
prepare your story. You're gonna be showing this off at the Great Hunt, yeah?
I guess. We didn't intend to stay long.
I could show you some of it.
Go on then. How?
Are the two humans from like Fjordhelm? Trying to
They
gauge if
look
they're
it,
going to be
yeah.
okay to do any magic.
Yeah, they look at.
I can show you a picture. You all right with that?
Oh man, can I leave her? Yes.
All right. I will minor illusion the moment when Skull tore the throat out.
They look to her and they look to you, Skull.
Skull will like add commentary. He'll be like,
It's actually a couple 100 feet large. I was enlarged at the time.
yeah. And that's
Wrote
my
it in the
rock.
sky.
Yeah, that's my steed.
Huh. Oh man, can I look, sir? Oh, we know who's gonna win the Great Hunt. Yeah, man, kind of sits there and goes,
But
the older man kind of puts his hand on his shoulder. Well, I'm going to win anyway, son. You've got many years in your left. Besides, that's an honorable victory there. Your first entry being on the same time that a dragon is entered into it.
that couldn't have been that easy. Points to Cragcat.
Oh, no, the young boy kind of looks at you. No, that wasn't ours. That's theirs. We met them on the road. We're still looking. We'll get something. And the old man goes, it's his first time.
How old are you?
17.
Wow. Well, you're doing a lot cooler stuff than I was doing when I was 17. So
I doubt that. You're a couple years older than me and you're killing a dragon?
this could be you someday.
Yeah, what'll you be doing in a couple of years?
You
have we
never know.
introduced ourselves, like giving our names?
He used to live on a farm. Points
No.
at
Yeah,
Basil.
I used to live on a farm. My life was pretty boring, honestly.
I live on a
I
farm.
never thought I'd be. Oh, wait, really? See?
Yeah.
You never know.
The tortoise just leans over. Oh, we don't. We're entering in the cat, but we're not looking to win. A lot of people come in, they just give an entry just to feel part of the celebration more so. Hard fought. And the elf kind of leans back. I failed my hunt, so I'm just coming along. Gestures with the arm. You can see it's kind of been recently wrapped as well.
Hmm.
What happened? If you don't have to.
Me and a couple of companions decided to go after a rather large yeti. Unfortunately,
Ferocious, those things.
And this one, twice the size of the others. A shum, which is giant for the one who wanders.
Hmm.
Brutal thing. Doesn't stay to its caves. Wanders tree lines, eating anything it can. Brings it back to its nice little place. We thought it'd be a nice trophy. Potentially a winner. Got my arm, got the other two. But put a couple of hours in it. That's the hunt for you.
I'm Scold.
And he goes around and introduces everyone in the group.
And if I happen to see this yay on my travels, I'll kill it for you.
I have no doubt you would. She looks across down to the dragon, which is kind of still in the cart down the bottom.
Luckily, you only need one arm to hold a sword.
That's true. That's true. Although I was... This thing, she kind of holds up a double blade. It'll take a little bit more practice with just one arm, but... Makes for a good story. I'm Tillamook.
It does.
The old man goes, Katrin, this is my son Patrick. Half-orc nods. Decky. And Tortle, I'm Runner. Well, guess we'll see you at the Great Hunt. Everyone has about 6 days left to get there.
You didn't see a rather large group of our kind heading past here, did you?
Oh man, looks. Actually, yes. Weirdly, some of your kind as well. Looks like that. Huge amount of them, actually. We didn't know where they were going, migrating or something. But
we sent them in this direction while we took care of the dragon. But as much as we'd love to spend the night with you and share some stories, we want to catch up to them and make sure they're safe.
Appreciate it. Well, once we arrive there, we'll see you there. Looking forward to seeing you at the hunt. That dragon was...
Likewise.
That dragon was killing many people's hunts. Many. A lot of hunters died to that thing. Did good. Great. Think you'll win this one. Sits back and continue roasting their food.
Not so interested in winning, but we thought we'd bring it just so people could celebrate. Like I said, I don't know if we can stay long.
Very well. I'll enjoy it. We'll catch them only a little further east down the road. Good luck out there.
Thanks.
Sit back
Good
down
luck to
and
you guys.
continue roasting their food.
Basil's gonna give a thumbs up to the boy as he leaves. Like, encouraging nod.
Kind of smiles and nods to you. Get a dragon someday. His
You
dad
will.
kind of whacks
can
him on the
feel it.
back. No, you won't. Focus on the small. He sits there, you see him kind of go red with a blush.
Dad!
You head back down the mountain, or the ridge, and go back down to the pathway. Continue going onwards. It isn't long until you start to see the footprints and the more recent kind of walking of and trampling of all of the group. And you kind of come over a hill and you see down on a flat, going towards the distance, you see a good couple hundred of them marching. What seems to be, they're almost kind of circular right now. It's nighttime, they've got some fires out. You can't see what they're talking about, but there's almost kind of a little circle in the middle, and the Lokovat are gathered on one side, the Krigven on another, and then the Goliaths. Barely any of them. Maybe 3 or 4 Goliaths still remaining in the crowd. It's mostly Krigven and Lokovat. But you see, in the center, they've kind of split off away from each other. There's some sort of discussion going on as you kind of head downwards.
Okay. Scott would send the people they'd rescued ahead to, like, find their loved ones or whatever.
You see them kind of heading down. They rush a little bit ahead of your group. As you're kind of coming down the hillside, a bunch of the backs of the group start turning and seeing as they enter, and then they see you as you start bringing over the hillside. You'd see as the kind of cart, and then slowly starts coming down with the great head of the dragon, its tongue lolling out.
They'll be less alarmed if they see their loved ones first. So.
Yeah. The back of the crowd of the Lokovat, which are closest to you, start turning and murmuring. There's a few kind of Krigven that walk over and start murmuring as well. You hear shouting in the center. You hear one of them kind of echo in the distance. Leave him. We don't need him. If you go near any of them, I'll cut you. The crowd start murmuring, dispersing. You hear people talking. They killed it. What? Start splitting ahead, and you see as the Krigven, the female Krigven you saw, who kind of you're told to lead the group before, pushes through and steps forward. Another Lokovat kind of slips under as well, and a couple more Krigven who they were arguing with step forward as well and see the dragon head. You fucking did it. You killed Nithrax. The Lokovat will just kind of take like a... And then almost this kind of roar of a cheer from them. And then a bunch of the Krigven just like start beating their chests. Ah! Scold! They all kind of announce at once. One of the Krigven kind of grunts. And she looks to him. Still think we should leave them behind? You killed the
What's
dragon.
all this bickering then?
Looks at the other Krigven and demanding also he speak. See kind of all black tips to his fur, and he's kind of got this almost like this weaved a kind of a great long chin beard that's kind of woven with different kind of anklets and all sorts that kind of go down all the way to his waist. We don't believe we should be traveling with Lokovet.
No, is that true? That's so.
She does. They're weak.
Because she gave me a word. They're weak.
Scott will step up to his face, and then he'll point at Adderwood.
Because I just killed a dragon with that one. Not you. Him. Still weak, are they?
We've hunted these creatures on the western side of this mountain. The eastern mountainers don't understand the need for food. We eat Lokovet. That's the natural order of things, just because one's tough enough to fight back.
Scott's gonna get right in his face and go,
Not anymore, you don't. And if you got a problem with that, I'm right here.
and then he's gonna slowly step to the side and show the dragon head again. Just for that extra intimidation.
One intimidation with strength, and do it with advantage.
Thank God for the
So
advantage.
28.
Yeah, holy shit.
And looks down. Fine.
Anyone else got a problem?
See them kind of buckle their heads down. A few of them kind of step forward. No problem, Skull. The one you were talking to looks up and goes,
Don't say it to me, say it to her.
And he points to their leader.
she nods to you and then looks at them. They bow her head to her.
Now let's celebrate. Together.
The one that you can argue with looks up to you and goes, still doesn't address our problem.
Of?
Well, people on the western side of the mountain, there's not much to hunt. If we don't hunt them anymore, what do? Starve?
Go east.
Nothing for us east. The giants have left those Krigven. What are we to do?
Oh, my mistake. I forgot the giants feed us.
Huh.
No, we fed them.
East.
He'll put a hand on the Krigven's shoulder reassuringly, like lowers his tone.
Don't rely on the giants anymore, brother. We have to rely on ourselves. I've traveled the world. They're gone. Besides, we don't need them.
They're all kind of murmuring. So you just get another kind of renounce of scold. And he uses it. He looks back and goes, we're changing our ways, Scold. It's for the better.
Well, right now, brother, I am hungry. So let's eat. That's something we've always done.
Something that won't change. Let's eat. She kind of folds her arms to the front, looks at you and says, appreciate it. Already had to put 2 of them down. Not dead. Just a couple of broken noses. Let's eat. You see they kind of start gathering around the Lokovet, kind of now feeling a little bit more comforted by your words, start kind of crawling over to you. See a few of them just gathering around Adderward and staring at him. Oxen's like, don't worry. It's still him. You hear the murmur Adderward as they start saying, God. Is it God? God? And Oxen's trying to reassure, no, it is the Adderward we know. This is Adderward. He was in exile. We were wrong to do that. The elders exiled Adderwald because he could not keep up with us. Now look at him. Surpassing every single one of us. Each one of you has so much capability. And if you're feared, afraid, think about Adderwald. Think about how Lokovad just stood up to a dragon. We're heading to Kongstol. The Lokovad should go with. You're gonna murmur. Do you think it's best? What does he think? And they look towards you, Adderwald, and you just see kind of almost like 100 eyes just stare towards you.
Adderward, he definitely like sat back and let Skull handle that as sort of like a let's see what he's really willing to do. Like, I think we should go with them to Kongstol.
I kind of murmur. To Kongstol. Oxen steps up towards the side of you as they kind of start gathering around, grabbing any food they can. You can see they've kind of kept somewhat close to like the shoreline where they could go and dive into the water and kind of bring back more fish and whatnot. And start handing that out. Oxen steps up beside you, Adderwald, and goes, they're going to start treating you as a god.
And I hate that. I really do.
You don't look like one of us as much anymore. But I think it might be good for them.
Anything to make them do so, anything to make them believe that they can fight. I want to make something clear, Oxen. I didn't protect the tribe as long as I did while exiled for some sense of duty.
What do you mean?
For the last... Since I was exiled, the only reason I'm alive is the gnomish tinkerer found me in the damn woods and taught me how to make this thing. And he's gonna point at the spear. It's basically not even working anymore. Like something about like the magic weirdness in him is just making it barely even like glow with power. I'd be dead. I should be dead. But I came back after that, after I was taught how to fight properly, to make sure that at the very least, you'd never have a reason to run again, and there would never be another exile like me that would be abandoned in the snow because they couldn't keep up. I didn't do it for all of you. I did it for the ones like me. I want you to know that.
The Lokovad owe you a great debt. And quite frankly, I think you're going to inspire many of them.
Well, I hope you're right.
The Krigven said his people would be changing. But I don't think any more people will be changing more so than the Lokovad. We'll be warriors. It might take a little time. Besides,
Yes.
it's a good image for a god. Pats you on the shoulder, kind of chuckles to himself before heading over and helping with the festivity of it. The Lokovat gathering some food. Krigven hunting parties go out and come back within the hour, dragging with them boars and all sorts of just meats. The few Goliaths that kind of remained with them as well help kind of gather some of the food. None of it is vegetarian, Fabio. You'd notice that no one's coming back with any kind of vegetables or anything like that.
Whatever, even if we have enough food, I would guess the food that I make is sort of like tofu, and it goes with whatever I make. I would just make a ton for people who don't eat meat as well.
I mean, Adelward could do something, actually. Adelward will, hang on, let me pull this open. If he sees that like he's starting to run out of food, Adelward will cast Creation.
Oh, there you go.
Create as much food as physically possible with
Creation that you do physical, like as in
unless you do vegetable matter.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like
Okay.
that. So I can create food.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. You create a massive amount of food then with Creation. You see as it kind of pours out and this kind of magic infuses into it. Almost like that scene in Hook where all of the imaginary food kind of comes up. You see all this kind of
Yes.
great platters of it. Krigven, for the most part, avoid any of the vegetables. Some of the Lokavat will eat whatever they can get hold of to kind of fill their blubber. You see them kind of passing out on people sharing stories, coming up to you. See the kind of the young, little kind of the young Lokavat stepping up, all gathering around their feathers not even kind of fully in yet. They kind of stand around you, Adderward, and every time you look at them, they run away and hide behind their parents and then kind of appear back again whenever you turn your back to stare at you. One of the kind of, for you, Fabio, as you're kind of getting your food, you see only like a 4-year-old Krigven, a small kind of bear, steps up to you and kind of looks at what you're eating and picks up one of the bits of like this, like almost like a carrot-like vegetable matter and goes, thanks you. What are you eating this for?
Because it's fucking delicious.
What animal does it come from?
That what? Oh, honey bunny. You're like, this is the root of a plant. Do you see the top? It's a plant.
You eat trees.
Helps you
Yeah.
see better.
He looks through you.
Helps you see better.
Swallows it down.
Cute.
And you see him kind of walk away. And moments later, about 7 or 8 just young kind of Krigven come around and start taking a lot of your food and kind of bring it back. Do you mind if we have some?
Yeah, all right. First one's free, kids. Winks.
Elsewhere around the camp, you just kind of get this nice kind of calming nature. A few of them kind of guarding around it, eating as they do. The Krigven hanged out this kind of fermented milk ale that they've passed around to everyone. And they're kind of drinking it out of almost like stomachs that have been wrapped up and turned into water skins and all sorts. They've got all the materials with them to do so. They left the homes behind, but they've kind of all huddled around, blocking out the blizzard and the snow that's kind of drafting through. You see it's always slightly snowing at this portion of the north, but despite the cold, you get the kind of emanating warmth from all of them around you, and it feels for the first time kind of like this sense of calm across all of them. Is there anything you want to do during this night?
Put on some music for the good people.
Yeah, right.
Celebration.
Yeah.
Do you sing at all, Basil?
Yeah.
What do you sing about?
The Dragon Slayers.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing about, I'll improv a song or try to, about slaying the dragon and saving the north and
Go ahead and do a performance check.
okay.
I will guidance this as well.
Thank you. Oh, I got a no! What the fuck? I'm plus 13!
I should have fucking given you help with the
Come
goddamn
on, Sam. Help her
familiar
roll it.
something.
Oh, wait, no, I don't think I can help her.
I
Before
think
you
Just
do.
do the help action. Just do the help
combat
action.
only.
Can I send my like little snowball?
You've already
thing to-
she's already done it. The
God
roll's
damn.
already
Yeah.
happened. You'd see. Plays it once.
Oh my
Plays
God.
it again, and you hit ting, and the string snaps.
My loot!
And because
I'm
as
so
you
sorry,
exhale that out,
everyone.
they will look at you and go. Use a
I
drum.
saw-
Scott will lean
This
over to
normally
Basil.
doesn't happen. I promise. I
Gotta lean-
swear this doesn't usually
Scott will lean
happen.
over and be like, "My people aren't really about that,"
Okay, right.
and then gestures to the drum. Have another go.
Yeah.
All right. Don't mind if I do.
Kind of sit
Kill
around
the drum.
uncomfortably. Go ahead and do another performance check with the drum.
I'll join in because I'm also proficient with the
Oh,
drum.
fuck
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh, cute. Hoggle just hover behind Basil to help him out.
So I guess does that make it advantage?
Yeah, you
There
can have
we go.
advantage for your performance check.
Hey, hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll with advantage just in case.
Okay, I'll just do another roll. Oh, 32, baby!
Yeah.
One way. Bitch.
The redemption.
You see them all kind of cringe and kind of almost
roller
squirm up when you
coaster.
broke your lute's string. As you put it away, with Skull beside you, dum, 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 you start playing along with him. And kind of a deeper song where it's like you're almost playing to the rhythm of the dragon swooping over, and you can see their kind of fears. and you play like a hopeful, like kind of almost like you're creating like a beat towards the.
Sandstorm.
I'll do some minor illusions like of the dragon fight. At the,
Oh, cool.
behind him.
You see, as you're kind of singing, creating a kind of a song, being like, and he toured from the sky, and it just as you kind of get to the crescendo of it, you just kind of hear the sounds of the drums ripple out. And then the Krigvens start beating any drums they have around the thing. You kind of get this whole kind of moment. The Lokavat kind of start calling in kind of a unison. They have this kind of delicate song that they add to it as well, and they all just start repeating your song. They get a lot of the lyrics wrong, but they kind of catched on to the main chorus of it. You can see they're kind of singing that along, chanting it together, turning it into a kind of a war chant among them, calling to each other, drinking as they do, almost taking your song away from them. You just see the entirety of the spirit just enhance, and everyone forgetting the song had just been played. Now it's just kind of a great big one in unison. And by the time they're done, you see they're kind of exhausted, laughing, drinks spilled everywhere. Just this moment of kind of partying that went on for a good 10 to 15 minutes. And then kind of a solemn silence afterwards. The Krigvan that was leading them stands up, raises a mug. To those of us that fell, they died well. Here's the Krigvan all chant. They died well. And they all just slowly drink. And take a moment. We're going back to talking and partying and enjoying the night. Is there anything
Scold
else?
under his breath would say, Tuek Daliak, and then drink. But he wouldn't like shout it.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Fabio would like look at Timmy and go, "I'm gonna take a leak," and like walk away. With kind of the partying and the music and everything in the background, she'll walk kind of further and further into more of like the woodlandy area, and sort of plop down. And she's still got one of the vegetables that she was eating from before. She's just kind of been casually like Bugs Bunny style eating it. And she'll sort of rub one of the leaves and look at her hands and put one of her hands down on the floor of the forest. And from all of the snow, the plants that are all around that are buried under the snow will start to kind of push out from the snow, and she'll pull her hand away. Go, God damn, what is this? She'll look up. You around?
And the branch of a tree kind of sat there, pretending to kind of strum an almost copy of Basil's lute, which were the broken ones. He just sat there humming to himself. Not a bad tune, actually. I'd have liked the string version.
He's very talented.
It kind of disappears in his hands. I prefer strings.
She'll dig around in her pocket and pull out the little pouch. Got something for you. I gotta be honest with you, though. I could have gotten you a cooler thing if the bag was bigger. So,
What'd you get me?
I got you a dragon eye. She'll chuck it to him.
He catches it. Opens up and looks inside. I'd have settled for a few coins. It was mostly just the, thought. Closes it off.
Well, you know me. I go above and beyond.
You see him kind of pull up his stick, which kind of has a bag at the end. He pops it in there and he pulls over his shoulder, and then he drops down to the snow, but none of the snow actually moves under his feet. It almost lands on it, blanketed on the top. And you see as the fox figure kind of steps up. Not bad. A dragon.
Yeah. Well, that's the eyeball from the baby. I tried to give you whatever. I tried to give you the eyeball from the big one, but again, the bag, too small. You gotta aim bigger,
Oh, I wanted you to steal for yourself, not for me. Besides, he puts the stick down to the ground,
Very sweet.
puts his hands behind his back, and kind of starts rocking back and forth onto his toes and looks at you. If you want, this can be over. I think you've paid back the debt. Don't worry, I'm not going to punish your family. I'm not going to go after anyone. I was probably not going to do it anyway, but just wanted to put a little scare in you.
She'll get for probably the first time in any interaction with this guy, she'll get kind of a serious look on her face. She'll say, I wanted to talk with you about that, but sort of in the opposite direction.
You want me to kill your family?
No. Oh God, that came out. Okay. No, just let me finish, right? There's another dragon that I really need dead, and I don't know if I can kill her. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but she did the same fucking thing of like, I'm gonna kill your whole family, blah 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 blah. But we came to an agreement, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that she's gonna be reasoned with, so I need whatever you can give me. I'll steal anything. I gotta be able to kill her.
I don't really have any advice for killing a dragon, but I mean, it's been fun. Can't say I would be happy to see you go. It's kind of a mutual game here.
I'm doing weird shit, and she'll put her hand down on the ground again, and the plants will get a little bit bigger, and she's like, "What is that? Is that you?"
Don't know. Is it? Might be.
If you don't know, I don't fucking know.
Well, I don't think I can kill the dragon for you, but I probably could, but maybe I'll be able to find a way to help you.
Yeah, can you juice me up? Can you point me in the direction of something? Like,
you keep stealing. I'll keep helping.
hey,
He snaps his finger. What subclass have you got now?
I did Hexblade, Archfey Hexblade.
Just double check with Hexblade something. One sec. You can still Hexblade's curse even with your ranged weapon, right?
Say that again?
You can still do your Hexblade's curse with your ranged weapon, right? Hexblade, you don't need to be in melee. Okay.
According to what I read, it can be a ranged weapon, the whole thing, yeah. It just has to be a magical weapon of some kind.
He snaps his fingers. And your branch coughs for a moment. Before you see these kind of just new kind of vines wrapping around it, going all along it. He smiles and looks at you and goes, I'll get you the clue of how to cure that thing. It's somewhere in the Great Wood.
Okay.
An old ashen tree. That'll help you along. And until then, I could probably spare a little bit of power. He feels one of the vines wraps up into your arm and then almost pierces itself into you. It doesn't hurt. And you feel it kind of go into you, and you feel it almost melt like ice. In a kind of warm location just kind of wraps into you, and you feel this kind of warmth go over you. A little bit of a boon. I'll send them from time to time. Maybe you'll get me another eye. Give a bigger bag.
Maybe. A bigger bag. Always. Thanks.
Why do you want to kill it so bad?
talk to big game around her, but she fucking terrifies me. And I really don't. I really don't want to eventually go back where my family was and just find them all eaten by a dragon that I pissed off, you know?
Take comfort in this, then. To some, I'm a god. I'm one of the most powerful beings in the entirety of the Fae. Every single other powerful being I know gets scared. A dragon gets scared too. You can be terrified of it. You can also terrify it.
I like the vibe of that.
So go out there and terrify a dragon. And pick a few pockets along the way.
Got it. And she'll get up and kind of dust the snow off. Guess I should get back.
Yes, you should. Because the irony of coming out to talk to your god of thieves, those young ones have stolen most of the food that you were eating. So.
Fucking damn it. Joke's on them. I can grow shit now. Oh, they're not supposed to. Fuck it. I'll figure it out. She'll walk away.
He slips away and just disappears. You'd come back and you'd see them kind of rushing off away from your area.
Yeah, she'll come out like looking kind of contemplative and then see all these little bear kids like eating all the vegetables and be like, hey, fuck off, those are mine.
Just rushing off behind their parents and hiding away. Is there anything else?
At some point, Fia would slip away from the festivities. Take out Tack and try to send an audio only message to Cadvan / Madnevek. So if Tack lights up like he's gonna work, like it's gonna work, she would say, "Are you okay? We want to help. We're after Silvarik and Jalvori. We don't know where they are. Just let us know you're safe."
You'd hear the audio back. I didn't expect you to find out. I'm safe. I'm in Calder-Vast. I'm going to shut down my Fjordhelm shop. I'm going to run. Thanks, though. It cuts off.
And Joe, can you refresh my memory and everyone else's memory, I guess? When Fia had her vision, what specifically did she see of Madnevek?
Madnevek you only saw during the first flight, and it was him flying alongside Omithis.
Okay.
What you know of Madnevek is that he was captured, as you learned from Abathur.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, the night passes, and each of you get a good night's rest. Waking in the morning, to the sun coming over the snow, and your journey eastward. Oxen and the Krigven that's leading them step over towards you, Skold and Athelwars, seeing you as kind of the leaders. So, you got a giant dragon's head, a couple hundred of us here. What's the plan?
We're gonna drop this thing off at Calder-Vast, first rate, we can't keep carrying it around. Adelward will look over at Scold.
We'll take it all the way to Kongstar.
I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time making that horse. He's gonna walk over and refresh his fucking mount again.
Is this like a very limited number of people here? Is like me, Arnold, and then like the leaders?
Yeah. Yeah, they've approached you two.
Scott will like take a breath, and he will remove his belt and present it to the elder of the Krigman, the woman.
She takes and looks at it.
Craig Mitty.
The king's belt.
He'll look at Ardenwald and then back.
I intend to claim the king's seat. And unite our people.
Kind of lowers it. You see kind of almost tears welling in her eye. You're going to bring them together. My father.
I don't know where the giants went, but I know they're not coming back. And the eastern clans should stop waiting. And the western clans have run out of food, but if they work with the Lokavet, they'll have all the food they need. And something to protect, which is what we're good at. I'm sure there'll be resistance. But maybe a dragon's head will persuade everyone.
My father was one of the elders in Kongstar. Guarded the ancient texts, the stories. Believed he would get a king someday, but he lived 137 years. No even mention of a king. I didn't believe it. Most things that happen these days I don't believe either. But if you claim that
It
king
was given to me by a giant named Drohild. Fire giant.
it's not giving us our independence back. If you claim the seat, I guarantee every single one of these Krigmen will follow you. We can convince every other clan.
That's a plan. But I'm not sticking around.
No good king really does.
All the hard work will be in your lap. And those you trust.
We'll unite the clans. The Krigmen will be the strong again. King's skull. It's got a ring to it.
Don't say that.
She hands it back to you.
Puts it back on.
All right.
That's a plan. Unless you object.
He's gonna look at Ardenwald.
No, this is fine. I suppose. Better than the other option of what things were before. King's got a better ring to it than what my people are apparently calling me.
What's that?
They're calling me a god. It's really weird.
I mean, you kind of, I mean, you fit the bill. The whole ice thing going on.
He's never gonna get a big head about that. He fucking hates that.
Well, let's make a deal. You don't call me king. I don't call you god.
Deal. And he'll put his hand out to shake your hand.
He'll shake his hand.
Good. And we tell the others about this. No one has to know.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll gather everyone. Start getting moving.
All right.
She turns, walks back towards the group, starts calling for everyone to start getting up. The next day, it's in the morning. You see as they kind of start to bring up all of their things, anything they brought with them. Traveling light, but still quite a large group of them, so they start to kind of fall into a line where they have the Krigven kind of leading some scouts at the front as well. calling out if there's anything dangerous up ahead. Some of the others.
Scott would see if there's like any volunteers to want to help the cart. So
yeah,
that
definitely. Yeah, there's several
they
of
don't
the
have to
Krigvens
keep
step up.
spectral steeding it.
Several of the Krigvens step up, help kind of haul it. It's much easier when they've got like a dozen with them as well. A couple of the Goliaths as well want to pull their parts, so they come in and help as well pulling it. And before long, you can see they're kind of taking shifts and turns, and it's being pulled. If at anything, they're fighting over who gets to pull it because they want to be the ones pulling a dragon's head. So you kind of get this kind of moment where people are like, "It's my turn now." No.
Shoving each other.
Yeah, exhausting themselves, but feeling a great pride in doing so.
Here.
Before we like start to get too far on the road, Fia would kind of round everybody up or try to get everybody together. And then she's just gonna be like scratching the hell out of her tattoo. How long does it take to get to like? How long is it gonna take us to get to Calder-Vast?
Ooh. How far would you say we were, Jay? Like halfway?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. If you come from that area, you know that the only real easy way to go to Calder-Vast is to go along the Great Bridge that goes over the.
It's from
the ice
Steinhold,
lake.
right?
Yeah, Steinhold and across the Great Bridge to Calder-Vast. You know Calder-Vast to be it's an ancient giant stronghold that was taken over by the humans. So you'd have to go to. You're probably a good just maybe day and a half away from Steinhold. And then after that, it's a day over the bridge. So you're a few days away, about halfway.
We're a day or so from Steinhold, Human Town. Then we cross the Great Bridge. You can't miss it. And then we're there.
So like 2 days. So just 2 days, and then we'll be there.
No, we'll be at Steinhold in 2 days. Like a checkpoint.
So okay, so like 3 days.
Are you in a rush or something? What's up with you?
Maybe 4 or 5 days.
So there's no
It's a
point in
big
going back to
bridge.
home. Should I just kind of look around real fidgety?
Spit it out.
What if somebody's watching us right now and then they hear what I'm about to say and then they
Hang
know?
on, Adelward will
happening.
cast See Invisibility. And he'll look around.
Skull just sees him look around like normal.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Unless I see something.
You
If
do.
you're scared to say it out loud,
Oh, you do. Oh, hell no.
oh,
So I'm in the middle of
something.
saying I don't see anything, and I just freeze
And
out.
you
I
see-
start staring at
This
something.
floating orb, just shimmering with a single eye, an iris,
Oh
staring at your
my
entire group.
god.
Aside
Holy
from
fuck.
that right there. he's
Yeah,
gonna
okay,
look
so I'm just really
straight at
freaking out because
Hold
is
up!
it
What are
there,
you
no, so isn't there between Steinhold and Calder-Vast there's that big bridge, right? And then I think
Wait,
like,
stop talking.
that's where
What did you say?
we saw the thing. No, that's why we saw like I think like what if we I don't know, remember that like
Adelward's
vision
gonna walk up
thing?
and like cover up
And
your mouth.
above board
As he's,
Fia
like, still
above
staring
board
at
Fia
the
got
eye.
that and that's not what she's not saying the thing that she didn't
Just gonna
wanna
lead
say.
them astray instead.
I don't think they know that.
I'm like super
Adelward
Yeah,
definitely doesn't
so-
pick it up. He's got a
It's just that I'm
charisma
super
of, like,
nervous about the
minus
bridge, and I
one.
feel like at one point we saw that maybe we were
Stop
gonna die on the bridge. And I'm just really
What
worried.
are you doing? Adelward's just gonna like fucking like.
She's gonna look at both of them.
What's the eye doing? What's the eye doing while I'm doing this? He's like full
eye is
staring
just
at the eye.
watching.
The eye is should be 100% aware that Adelward can see
He
it right
just
now. He's
stares.
not being careful.
At Adelward, like
I would ask Adelward, I would say, point to the eye.
It's like just like.
And as soon as he
gesturing,
does,
like,
I'm going to
behind
dispel
him.
magic on it.
You see, psst, it fades.
he was like, I thought that wasn't what I was gonna say.
Well, I didn't know what you were going to say. You just
I don't know, you
how
said
are
you
we
saw
supposed to
something, so
know?
then I just came up with something
Your
else,
mouth
but it
just
didn't
starts
look
doing
weird.
this and it doesn't stop. It's out of
That's
control.
because I was trying to cover so that it didn't look weird. Like I would just stop talking. Anybody who's watching me know that I wouldn't just stop talking. So
Oh my god, I wish you would.
I want to hear what you have to say.
I messaged Cadvan and he's closing the home shop and he's in Calder-Vast right now and he's gonna run.
I mean,
So
Right.
I just want to know how long it's gonna take us to get there because I feel like I don't know. I'm really worried. Like we have to find them. They're looking.
Are you worried about them reaching him first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
I
we
don't-
needed to rush ahead,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
know.
I don't think they know.
Don't think we need to worry about him.
He's terrified.
He's also stronger than all of us.
He was captured before.
I mean, if he runs, how are you going to find him anyway?
I just think we need to get there.
If you give me the night, I can prepare, I think, my whole mount thing I've been doing enough so that we could perhaps move faster than the rest of this group and move ahead and travel at a faster pace, but I'm not sure it's a good idea to leave these people.
No, I know. I just... What if we don't find them in time? We don't even know where they are.
Exactly.
What it sounds like, Cadvan can take care of himself.
I don't know if he thinks that.
We could keep messaging him every day just to check in, yeah? I mean, regardless, it's gonna take a few days anyways just to get to where we're going.
Yeah.
So we can just keep checking in with him. Or try to.
Look, he can cover great distances very quickly. Us, not so much. So, just tell him if he needs help to call us. Right?
Okay.
You can't chase something that's 10 times faster than you.
Okay.
By the way, do you think his husband knows? Like, what if his husband is omniscient? What?
Oh my god, that would be the best reveal. Isn't his husband infernal? Didn't we fight above board? Don't we know that?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Do you think his husband knows like about all of this?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, then he's got help. That's good, right? He's got someone in his corner.
Yeah.
And the kobolds. Those
Them
shits.
too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. They seem like they've got a good like sunshine boy and mad boy dynamic thing going on, which as we all
Yeah.
know is, you know, the really the most rock solid companionship. So yeah, I think he's probably fine.
Scott will just reassuringly put a hand on her shoulder.
If he needs help, we'll help him.
All right.
Okay.
Go to Steinhold. Go across a bridge.
It's really big. You're gonna like it.
Is it? It's not a mimic, right?
Oh my god. Don't remind me.
Long gone.
It would be a very big mimic.
It's fine.
I'll write that down for a future big
fine, I
bad evil guy.
I love bridges. It's fine.
Yeah, setting out that day, you would be heading off eastward across kind of great plains that now you're breaking away from the mountain. You can see the kind of snow is blanketed this area. A few dotted trees around, small woodlands. There's a point where you come out and you start traveling onto this great plain. You see something massive. And it looks like it's kind of a jutting mountain. But as you start traveling around the kind of southern side of it, you see it's almost scaly. Almost like chitinous. Several hundred feet coming out the ground. Seems to be a massive, gargantuan, but dead, calcified worm. It's a purplish shade of color. And it almost just kind of takes up a huge portion of the landscape. Its body like a rainbow coming out of the ground. Lying there, kind of the snow dotted across it. Hardened in the distance. A lot of the Krigvan who traveled a little bit eastward don't even pay it mind, but many of the ones on the western side of the mountain have never seen it before, staring at it as they walk past. Other Lokavat kind of keeping close to each other as they walk beyond it. One of them kind of steps back. The one that was threatened by you, Skull, looks up to it. Remains of one of the greatest root worms there's ever been. It's been there since the Krigven were Krigven. We can see it from up on our mountain on a clear day. Look out at it. Kind of reminds us how small we are. He pats you on the back and keeps walking. Takes hours to kind of pass beyond it. Eventually the day
Grumble
passes.
the whole time because it's a worm.
A purple one. Bigger than they usually are as well. You carry on journey for the rest of the day. Again, at night, camp up. Everyone's in much better spirits as well. Their belly's full. Not as tired from the long walk and kind of excited to kind of close in on civilization. Another day passes. Before in the distance, you see a great kind of human-designed keep, stone-built with wooden kind of reinforcements around it. The first time you've really been to a well-walled-in town. It's still palisade, and it's still kind of like almost like this blackened wood palisade wall that goes around it with great spike traps and kind of carved wood to kind of defend around the actual wall itself. You can see it kind of wraps along, almost kind of cylindrical, the shape of the town as it kind of wraps along the edge of what is the ice, massive ice lake. The bridge you can see slightly looming in the distance just beyond the town. They have a gateway in front of it, human-built gateway, with kind of almost like a wooden drawbridge. The stone bridge, as you can kind of see, it's coming into sight as you're coming over a hill. Seems to be several hundred meters wide and goes on for miles into the horizon. It's huge. The actual town here of Steinhold, built around a human keep. We're going to go ahead and take a little break before you travel down there. Take a 5-minute break to go and use the lure and whatnot, and we'll come back as you journey towards Calder-Vast, the capital of Fjordhelm.
All right.
Okay. So go ahead and get yourselves drinks and whatnot, and we'll be back in 5.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh!
Oh,
It's fine.
So chat, let me, OG wants a cam flip, so I've got to flip a cam. 1 sec. Go ahead and get yourselves drinks and whatnot, chat. We'll be back in just a moment. With the second half of the episode. Okay. I'll start bringing things up.
Zero AC's already a
My
fucking
AC is
million.
like 24.
Alrighty. So, let me bring us back to the main screen. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Joe.
Oh,
Hey.
What's going on, man?
I'm just playing Dungeons and Dragons. What's going on with you?
Oh, nice. I didn't
Cool.
notice. I'm doing okay.
Didn't notice. Good. Well, is Bree back? Sure, she'll be okay.
Yeah, sorry,
No.
I'm stuffing my face with salad.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Yum.
Did you bring some
I almost
for
choked
everybody else?
swallowing it. Yeah, I have about 2 bites left. If anyone wants to share that.
I was looking up the term 5-knuckle shuffle, so
What is that?
we've all been doing good stuff with our bricks.
5-knuckle shuffle.
I'll go ahead and let you do that.
I'm gonna look it up now too.
Yeah, go for it.
Or coming back into things, you find yourselves kind of traveling down the road, heading towards. I keep saying road. It's not. It's an off the beaten arrow. You're kind of going down the hill, heading towards Steinhold. A couple hundred coming into sight. You'd see on this massive kind of tower in the center. You see this great kind of gong-like drum. Almost comes out like almost like a horn, but the front of it, instead of being a horn, it's gonna be covered up. So it's almost upside down horn, and it's like a drum. You see one of them, bash it once, and you hear this kind of reverberation of doom, and then they do it again. Doom, doom, kind of rings out. And then on the walls, you see a bunch of soldiers wearing kind of furs and pelts come up, grabbing their bows, rushing to the top of the walls. They see this kind of crowd of people coming over. One of them calls out in a horn. Who goes there? Whose force is this?
Joe, I sent you a question, but
Okay.
would the bridge be a shortcut, or would the bridge only go to Calder-Vast?
You could cut through beyond Calder-Vast, going through like the tunnels and treat it as a shortcut. Yeah.
Scott
Let
would,
me read your thing though.
Scott would walk forward.
Adelward will cast
although it
minor
is-
illusion to amplify Skold's voice so everyone can hear him for a very long distance.
I don't think minor illusion will let you do that. I think you can
I
create
think
a
it lets
sound,
you.
but I think that's
Oh, can I not-
thaumaturgy.
can I not amplify?
Thaumaturgy can do that.
It's thaumaturgy, yeah.
Yeah. To your question though, it is more dangerous to go through the mountains to get to Kongstol though. So if you're looking
Yeah.
for safety for the portion, you can kind of send them northward and around. Because the mountains come with a lot of
Scott will
creatures.
step forward when he says, "Whose force is this?"
I kind of get a look at you from a distance. What business do you have here?
Scott will like leave his maul in the snow and like approach the gate so that he can have a
Several of the archers
conversation.
are kind of about to knock their arrows.
He just kind of like
He
tells
steps
everyone to
down.
stay back.
The gate opens, and out comes kind of a. You'd see this kind of broad, almost like he's not quite human. You'd see this almost kind of bluish skin to him, and you see all these like kind of fins underneath his neck. And then you'd see like his hair is parted with fins going through it and hair at the same time. Kind of steps forward. He's got a trident in his hand, around the furs. Looks across you. Is this an army?
No. Hungry survivors. They were held captive out west by a white dragon.
We've heard rumor of the dragon.
Yeah, it's over there.
He points towards the
He
wagon.
looks as it starts to come over the hill. By the gods.
I'm bringing that to Calder-Vast. And I would, if possible, like to see these people to Kongstall across the bridge. No one's looking for any trouble.
We understand. We didn't realize you were part of the Great Hunt. All right. Keep the false alarm. Join in the great hunt. You see them kind of, the soldiers, all varying races and species as well up there, and you see them all kind of start lowering their bows and lowering their spears and kind of muttering as they see the dragon. You see kind of like smiles and just kind of bewilderment come over them. They start descending from the walls.
Your men are welcome to come and take a look. Just want to make sure that the hungry and the injured get to head to the bridge.
The Jarl here, he has safety deposits for any of the hunters. You can have a portion of the barn. Keep it stored in. They'll see it as it comes through if you want to keep it here. Understand if you don't trust anyone, though, but we've got several other hunts here. Many of them have already gone across the bridge, but nothing quite that size, so we'll have to pick some of it out of there. The Jarl will definitely love to see this.
Well, you're in command, so however you want them to cross, you just let them know.
I doubt you've got any bad business here. Not with kind of notices now a lot of the civilians here. Feel free to
You'll
call
get
your
none
people
from
in.
us.
Feel free to call your people in. They can rest up at the base of the bridge or around our encampments here in the town. All right.
Okay.
Keep the gate open! Kind of heads on in.
Scott will walk back to the group and the leaders and kind of relay that they can camp at the base of the bridge before crossing.
You kind of see as they all start kind of descending downwards, bringing the dragon. Some of them fighting over who gets to pull the dragon to this town, knowing it's going to get a lot of looks. They let one of the young ones kind of pull it right at the front, and he's kind of not even doing anything, but one of the young Crivids kind of come and stepping in first, and they're pulling the dragon in through the gate. Crowds of people start gathering around from the town. People coming in the houses and come see you. See all manners of dwarves, humans, elves, everyone just gathering as you enter into the town. The pathway leads straight forward to the gate that's open for the bridge. Many people are kind of gathered and they have their tents set up on the first part of the bridge. This bridge is massive, and it goes over the lake in kind of like giant stonework. Many of those kind of gather down, leading room. The people kind of stop, some of them kind of just staring around, not expecting this many eyes on them. Through the crowd, you'd see kind of pushing, you see this tall kind of furry individual. And he pushes through and standing at the front, wearing kind of almost like slightly like a shoulder pad kind of armored that goes down his chest, but just kind of a waist guard. You'd see a Loxodon, but a mammoth variety of it. You see the kind of fur dripping down of him. He steps forward and he goes, I never thought I'd see the day that anyone would bring a dragon through my humble town. Let alone see a dragon headless. He looks across to you, Skull. 200 of you or so brought this thing down, eh? Impressive.
Just 6.
600.
No, 6. Wait, 7.
7.
He'll kind of nod.
I am here.
Yeah, little guy. 7. These are actually the survivors that were prisoner to the dragon.
7 of you slew a dragon.
8. We did have a great rock.
If you had told me the story without the evidence here, I'd call you a liar and spit in your face. He spits on the ground instead.
Glad we had the evidence. Gosh.
Is it like mouth spit or like a trunk spit?
Yeah, it's like you see it just go at the trunk.
Ew.
Okay. Nice,
That's
nice.
about grosser.
Not too bad. Well, we'll have room inside the barn of hunts. Cleared out an area for it. Though I imagine we might need to clear out 2. Bring down one of the walls. You see them kind of, and you know some of the carpenters head off towards it. Other people just kind of staring and gathering, watching as the crowd looks at you. Your people are welcome in Steinhold. Welcome.
Oh, thanks. This head is not just a celebration of our people, but all of your home.
Can't wait to see it in
Enjoy
the Well, if you need a tavern, one over there is good. Otherwise, Feel free to come into the Great Hall at any time. He turns, shaking his head, and heads off. He's like, get out of my way! He kind of uses his trunk to scare the people away from him, and they all just kind of bow around, and he heads off down to the thing. Thank you. And he pushes his way back towards the thing. The crowds don't scatter. Your people kind of head out, and some of them go and start bringing up and gathering some tents and putting them onto the actual bridge itself and finding some room up there. A few of the occupants of the town come over and help move the dragon's head, push it into a portion of the barn that's kind of been opened up to it. You can almost take out half of it. In one of the ones nearby, another quite sizable creature lies there. A dead mammoth, but bigger than a normal mammoth. This thing is nearly the size of your dragon, and they've only got like a portion of it, the front half. The rest of it kind of wrapped up, but the blood still seeping through, iced up. This is an Ollie mammoth. They are rare, powerful beings. As they're kind of like pulling it away, you see to your right, 2 individuals, both arms crossed, looking at you. And you hear, we saw the dragon before we saw you.
Shane was shaking his head no. I was like, yes.
We didn't think it'd be you. But I'm not surprised it is. The brother looks down and looks across
I
you.
take it that one's yours.
That's right. I still think we have a contention to winning. It is an Ollie mammoth.
So. I know what it is.
Well, we were going to go after the dragon, but we thought it would take too long. We wouldn't arrive in time, so we killed this thing instead.
It's a smart choice.
Tyrus and Tyra kind of stand there. They step forward. You can see, like, Tyrus has this great kind of bandage wrap over his chest. He's not wearing a top, from where he's kind of been gored by one of the tusks. He steps forward, kind of hobbling a little bit, and goes, why is it that you have to join everything?
I've ever seen. How you defy death constantly impresses me.
He kind of lets out a big smirk. Nearly died to that one. In fact, she looks up. I thought he was dead. I was going to bury him. He actually started digging the hole when he coughed. But he was infected when we arrived. I had to drag most of that thing myself. He just survived. He smiles. I'm on opium.
Oh, all right.
He kind of smiles like greater.
Maybe Timothy can look you over.
I'm not.
He looks at you. No. If I die, I die.
Yeah. Hey, magic. I forgot about. Yeah.
She looks across. Well, I mean, you might have a chance, I guess. But I believe that you don't know much about the hunt. It's 50% of it is the story. And then the other 60% is the kill.
Oh,
That doesn't make 100%.
what?
That's not.
They're both looking confused.
Because if it was 100, it would be 15. 50 would be half.
We get the idea. It's fine.
Hey, we met your mom.
Okay.
No, I don't know. She seems cool. She seems nice. Is your younger siblings? She said you had just stopped by, so this is kind of nice that we saw you because we were wondering if we would see you at Calder-Vast, and now here we are.
So you thought you'd come over here and take our glory just because we left your ship?
No, not really. Actually, we didn't know you were
Hang
here.
on a minute.
That would be some real
I
commitment.
fucking live over the bridge.
Yeah, like.
You're coming to my house.
Well,
Yeah, that's
Are
right.
you trying to come to Skold's house and try to show him up? Is that what you're doing?
we are here to win the great hunt.
Well, you're not gonna win. You're gonna get second, but we'll drink and tell stories nonetheless. How about that?
How about that? It will win because I'll have a greater story than you will.
You're not
Besides-
gonna win with an elephant.
It is an Ollie mammoth that is greater than any elephant.
This is a great white dragon. The last.
Also, there was another one that we killed as well. We just didn't have room on the cart.
We left it behind.
Roll a persuasion check.
Maybe you can go back and get it.
Sorry, that's funny. Oh no, my thing closed. Hold on. Slowest
Kind
persuasion
of looks
check
across, glances towards Fear. Tyrus is kind of in his own world at the moment, kind of staring around.
ever. Only a 19.
He's like so
Not that great.
wounded.
Yeah.
He's like
dazed.
It could have been that you just found it dead, or you killed it out of luck. That can happen. I knew there was a story of one of our family that once rode into a crack and killed it by actually capsizing its ship by accident.
Oh, so
can
killing
happen.
things by luck is like a family tradition for you then? Looks at Ollie Mammoth.
Obviously, trying desperately not to laugh.
Yeah, same with Basil.
Scott will help them. He'll turn to Fear and say, "You can't kill an holy mammoth with luck." And he'll like wink at them.
All
She'll
right.
just make a really skeptical face.
I want a drink. You want a drink? Should we drink? Let's drink.
All right. They head over towards the tavern area. You can see it's kind of been a long house that's kind of been designed into it. Some of the housing kind of stretches out from it. Almost these kind of like side rooms, but the actual main hall brings you in, and you would kind of be immediately welcomed in by the warmth of the fire. People kind of gather around with their furs everywhere, and you'd also see like just hanging over the sign of the tavern. It says Tlog, and in small kind of font it says Too Little for Giants, and it's kind of got like a giant symbol with like a cross out, and that's the name of the tavern as you go in. People are kind of going around handing out drinks. See, it's kind of customary up here to pay for your drinks afterwards. You just leave coins on the table, and it seems it's completely wrong to take any of those coins if you're not part of the staff there. Otherwise, people go and pour their own drinks and sit down at tables. You see Tyrus and Tyra go and pour their own ones and sit down, and they pour out yours as well, bringing out all these tankards onto a table and sit down opposite you guys. And then look along you. A dragon. Tyrus just sits there kind of sipping at his drink. Constantly just pulling it back to his mouth, keeping his mouth shut. Tyra looks at you all. Looks down to Adderwood. What the fuck is this?
Huh? They talking to me?
I said, who the
We
fuck is
also
this?
met an ice god named Cool Pete.
Yeah, he's an ice god.
Are we still doing the cool Pete thing?
Now
That's-
you're cooler than ever, I guess.
That's true.
Am I
You
I've never
actually
been
are.
cooler, to be
Is
honest.
Adelward emitting cold just by being in the same, like
Yeah.
by being in a room?
Excuse me.
Yeah, like when you rest your hand for too long, you'd see like a little bit of frost just kind of left on the table and stuff. You've got like a bit of a chilly temperature too, yeah. She looks across and goes, did the witch do this to you?
Well, it was a crystal inside of a giant dragon horde, actually, if I'm being specific.
So you're cursed.
I don't think it's a curse. I mean, you did a whole curse thing, right? Adelward will gesture over to Timothy. We checked for that.
You did a curse thing? What does that mean?
I cured your curse before you got on the ship. Don't you remember?
Yeah, it was like that. Remember?
Looks across your Adderwood. Well, is obviously not as capable as the old ways. If you get this curse, I would say that you walk into a fire. When you come out, you would have met it off.
You know, the logic, immaculate.
This has to be a fire that is burnt for 3 days.
You meet a lot of guys like Cool Pete, huh? You seen this before?
Never like this. But we did see one person whose hair would turn white, even as a boy.
Like his hair was, he was born with white hair, or
Born
he
with
had,
white hair.
That's no.
That's just a hair color that you're born with.
Things
I mean, that sounds kind of cool.
So
It was. He walked
I'm
into
gonna-
fire, burnt it all off.
I'll put my I'm gonna put my hand on Cool Pete's shoulder. I'm gonna gesture at Tyrus and Tyra, and I'm gonna say to Adelward, this is Tyrus, and this is Tyra, and they actually sailed with us from Steel Harbor up to Wolfguard, and then we parted ways.
Oh, I understand. There are a whole lot.
Yes.
They really like fighting stuff.
They really like fighting
We are
stuff.
hunters.
Yeah.
They're
Born and
hunters.
bred.
They were almost eaten by giants.
No, we
Oh
weren't.
yeah.
We almost killed 2 dragons.
You were hanging upside down in their like.
We were playing
Larder.
bait. We were waiting for them to get close so we could slit their throat. Wasn't a big deal.
I feel like you heard the conversation where Skold said that, like, he would vouch for you, and then they cut you guys down.
I don't remember that. I remember us saving you.
From when?
The giants. We made things tempered. Once you cut us down, they realized that with our aid, the group would be too much to handle.
Oh.
You're
That's
welcome.
weird,
Is
though.
that
So
what
they
happened?
they let us cut you down so that we would have superior numbers.
You're making this up. She takes a drink. I don't believe it. Besides,
You just
how is your ship?
it's great, actually. How did you guys get to Fjordhelm?
Oh, we stole a ship.
I
Or a boat.
stole.
That tracks.
You stole a boat. That's actually pretty cool.
I mean, you guys have such huge rippling muscles. I bet it took like no time even on a small boat to get
Yeah.
here, you know.
it's
It
probably
didn't
easy.
take long. We sailed most of the way, but we had to take some time. But we killed them. So
Oh, the owners of the boat. You
Yes.
killed them.
Oh, gotcha. I wasn't sure what you meant.
Were there a lot?
no,
Was it
6.
like Oh, okay.
But they had it coming.
Because they owned a boat.
They said no when we said we wanted it.
Did you you
had
just,
these
like-
people on your boat?
couldn't you have
He
just
looks
hired
over at the others.
We did not have any money to hire them.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, you're here now. That's great. Any of the
Raises a
Ollie
drink.
Mammoth.
We've got the early mammoth.
Actually-
Raise the drink.
Elward raises his drink and pours it into his mouth and starts crunching because the beer froze the second it was.
Oh
in
my
his
god, I
mouth.
adore that.
Look,
It
Just as you.
turns to ice.
My drink's getting warm.
We
Hold
can get you a fire anytime you need it.
I mean, he's gonna like snap his finger, a tiny little flame from prestidigitation will appear like on his finger, and it's not. He's just gonna put his hand over it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Yeah,
She
you guys
slams
don't
down the
have
tankard. You're the witch.
to- No, he's not a witch.
Tara's gonna snap.
He's a god.
A really cold
He's
look
the
of it.
god. He's cool, cold. He's Pete. He's an ice god.
God of the
Dodge your own
North.
persuasion.
I'm really good at those.
You are good. Can we help her? Because we're all doing the.
Yeah,
no,
we're all
because it's
going
the
along
worst
with it.
fucking lie. Going, cool, he's called Pete. He's called Pete.
No, you get no help. You have a terrible lie.
The sheet.
I believe in you.
I'm sorry, I have to refresh roll 20.
It's
I just
okay,
did
it's okay.
too. Mine was like the slowest persuasion roll ever because I did this.
I opened up the sheet and it like teleported up where I couldn't grab the sheet anymore.
That happens to me.
I hate when it goes real tiny and you can't. You're trying to grab it again and make
Taurus
it big.
just kind of like snaps into her. You see, like, he kind of pulls that bandage, Timothy, and you can see that his wound is
18.
18.
Oh, that's
She goes and glances at Adderwood. Little god, try not to cast your magic near me. I'll not allow it. I don't trust the curses from gods as much as I don't trust the curses from witches.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't like magic.
She leans across to Fabi and
I
says,
know it's.
but if
Don't
we met
really hate
him
it.
and drink him, we might get his power.
Wait, you're cool with like having magic power, but nobody else having magic power? That seems weird. Do you think that seems weird?
Not
That's
if
kind of
it's,
weird.
I don't want to be cursed. But if we drink a god, we become the god, no?
You know, that's an interesting point. I don't think he'll melt is the thing. But to be honest, I haven't tried anything yet, so
Are you?
What?
What are they talking about over there?
we're not talking about anything.
We were
Cold
just
Pete.
talking about drinking you.
Drinking him?
Drinking me.
We were talking about drinking you. We were curious whether or not we would also become cold Pete's if we drank part of you.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Yeah, that's
So-
understandable.
so-
I figured I'd give you context, but I don't think it helped.
He's just gonna walk off with his beer in his hand.
Feel see to Tyra. You really gotta ask someone if you're gonna like do something. You can't just. You gotta ask permission for that.
I
kind
ask
of thing.
nothing of a god. I'll drink cold Pete anytime I want.
Will you? I don't think he's gonna let you do that.
I could take
Yeah.
it.
I don't.
Timothy, you'd
Okay.
see Tyrus pulls away the bandage and like scratches, and you see it's all infected all the way down.
Oh no!
And he puts it
he's
back.
gonna die.
Bro,
Oh god.
Sort of sidebar with the group a little bit. Tell them what I saw and ask, should I help him?
Can you?
He's not even gonna let you help him. Is the fucked
Can you
up
do it
I
thing.
mean, that's
without
why
him
you guys
knowing?
distract him while I sort of pat him on the back, do something.
Hey, Tyra.
Let's get him drunk a little
Yes.
bit.
Can I've never seen an Ollie mammoth. Do you think you could like give us a teaser of like how you? I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
No,
Can
I'm
you,
not
like,
going to
tell
give
us
you
that-
any tips on how to tell
No,
your
not
story.
like- No, not a tip on how to tell the story. Just like can we go look
Hey,
at it?
Basil, come here.
What's that? Yeah.
Like I've never seen one. I just want to look
Go
at it. I
pull
won't
Basil
touch
to
it.
the side. You need to fucking destroy them with your story. Do you understand?
Destroy, like,
I mean, you need to come up. I mean, I don't really feel like you need to embellish because, quite frankly, when I fight, it's a work of art. However,
it was epic.
maybe you should embellish slightly and make it even more impressive.
I
That's
can
all I'm
do
saying.
that. That's kind of my forte.
Because you gotta sell the people.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that right now.
No. Just I'm saying, get the gears going because
Whoa,
tonight you're
yeah,
gonna have
I
to
mean-
tell the story.
Skull, the gears are always going. Let's be honest, I'm an artist, but he stares at you and he's like, was that too overconfident to say? Sorry. I was just trying on a new thing. No,
It's
yeah.
fine. You know, that side of you is rare, so it takes me off guard.
Yeah.
But while we're here,
Uh-huh.
He's still carrying the broken loot.
Yeah.
maybe find a place to get that fixed.
Yeah,
That's probably a good idea.
Anyway, that's all.
He slaps Basil on the back very hard.
Tara stands up, Thea, grabs you by your cloth, pulls you to your feet. I'll show you how we kill an Ollie mammoth. I'll show you every cut I made. Come on. And she pushes you ahead.
Yeah,
Like
come on.
she's like rough handling you to push you outside because she's so excited to show.
All right.
I
And
follow
she
them.
I'm gonna. Oh. I thought we were gonna.
No.
stay with
Tyrus is still here. Tyrus is at the table still.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyrus.
So I'm gonna plop down next to Tyrus, and I'm gonna cast Enthrall.
Oh shit, dude.
And it's so perfectly Fabia. It's you weave a distracting string of words and cause creatures of your choice that you can see within range to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'll make a wisdom saving.
And,
He'll disadvantage because he is groggy.
I'm not sure what the DC is though. I don't know how to figure that out.
What's your charisma right now?
It'll be your because you're a arcane trickster. It will be 8 plus your proficiency, so plus 4. Your proficiency is plus 4, isn't it? Yeah, plus 4 plus your intelligence.
The 15.
He turns his head towards you, enthralled.
Great. Fabia's gonna plop down next to him the second that Tyra's gonna be like, Tyrus, my dude, we have done so much shit. It's unreal. Let me tell you about all of this stuff that we have been through because I've missed you, dude. It's been so long. Like she'll just talk. She'll just
Just
talk
kind of
forever.
staring at you, enamored.
While this is going, Timmy's going to be sitting next to him, sort of as subtly as he can, just set his hand like on his leg even or his arm, whichever way he's not looking, and just do a lesser restoration for disease.
Okay. You cast Lesser Restoration. Go ahead and do a, I'm going to say a stealth check, but with wisdom. Because essentially you're just casting your spell subtly.
Got it.
I hope you do the thing like where you yawn and like try to put your arm around him like you're a kid in a movie theater.
Okay, so
Right
just
now
out
his
of 5.
passive perception
Yes.
is an 8, so you just have to beat an 8.
Out of 5 to 20.
You pass it through, and you can already see where the infection just kind of, the magic seeps into it, and it's almost like tiny puffs of just like as it kind of sizzles off and goes all the way down, curing any infection of his wound. He sits there. Within like seconds, he's like, "Oh, I actually feel okay."
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I feel reinvigorated being reunited with old friends. Don't you? Don't you just feel better being around us? Yeah.
Yes,
That means something,
I
you
feel
know?
great.
That's a sign, I think.
He pulls out the bandage, looks at it. Oh, it's no longer pussy.
Oh. I mean, that's gotta just be your superior body taking
I've
care of
known
it, you
to
know?
have pretty strong blood, so.
Yeah, that's,
makes sense.
I've heard that before.
Well, okay, good.
Yeah. she'll pick up Tyra's old drink and like clink it against his and take a drink.
He drinks it back. I feel great. All right.
She'll like peer around him to Timmy and like wink like
The moments that you'd come in, Fia, your hands, like all the way down to your arm, is covered in blood because she would have forced you to push your hand in there. Push your hand in there. Look, feel that. Feel my blade, how far it went. And then you'd come back and your whole arm, you should be like wiping off blood from it. She comes in just drinking something like, I told you. A mighty kill.
It's pretty fucking impressive, really. This is a really good job.
All right. Well. She sits back down and continues drinking away the night. You'd see they kind of get busy in conversation, leaving you guys to all discuss among yourselves what you're looking to do once you head out of Steinhold.
Elwood would have walked back in once he was sure they were no longer talking about drinking him like a beverage.
Tyra slips beside you, Elwood, and goes, "For the record, I don't serve any gods. But I believe drinking you is a bad idea."
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
I'll keep my sister away from you.
Thanks.
Good thing we healed him. The middle of the night, Adamward just wakes up in
Having a sister
Tyra.
be in charge is just disastrous. She's so much worse.
Yeah.
He slips back over towards them. Your people kind of settle in around the area as well, and you see they're comfortable, and people are serving them drinks, discussing their experiences with the dragon. Some try to avoid the conversation, not feeling too comfortable with it, but they feel kind of welcomed. They're a little bit out of their comfort zone, though. They're not used to kind of civilization as it is like this, but they're kind of being polite because they know they're around you. Is there anything you guys want to do before heading onto the bridge and over towards Calder-Vast?
Can I try to fix my loot?
Yeah. Are you going to fix it yourself or find someone?
First I'm gonna look around at the rest of my companions and ask if any of them can help in any way fixing a loot.
Oof, back in the day, I could have fixed that up easy.
That's the old Adalwar.
Yeah, right.
Shatter all the strings.
You asked me yesterday.
He's too slippery now, dude.
No,
He can't hold it.
Can't do it.
I don't really
Get a
do the
handle
whole
on it.
mending thing anymore.
Yeah.
Don't
Really
hold
have
stuff
that,
anymore.
She would freeze all
okay.
the strings now.
I have an idea.
What's up?
Well, if you found that mammoth,
Right, if I
The,
found the mammoth.
yeah, the one we met at the gate.
Oh yeah, the one that spat out of his trunk.
If you
That
told
we
him
know.
you were the storyteller for the dragon, they'd probably bend over backwards to help you fix that thing.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that then.
You want help?
Sure.
Okay.
It's only the
How do we
string
find
that's broken, right?
Yeah, I think it's just the string.
I mean, Alward is still proficient in tinkering. I'm just not like able to cast mending, so I might be able to do something.
Yeah, I would say this kind of comes under more so if you're proficient with, because it's a stringed instrument, I'd probably throw it under like a carpentry or woodworkers, because you're
Yeah,
kind
no
of
dice
almost
then.
weaving it into
You
the actual
break
thing.
it. You'll break it in half.
Oh god.
Yeah, you'd head out Actually, probably at the far end of the long hall, the longhouse, you'd see the mammoth Loxodon. It's kind of stood there, and out of kind of almost like a bucket, he dips his trunk into it and then breathes it back in.
That is quite a technique. Approaching him.
He looks towards you and says, "Well, mostly we just use our trunks for washing, but sometimes it's good to get it right up there. What can I help you with?"
Imagine. Right.
Oh, allow me to introduce Basil. He was one of the 7.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Dragonbane.
And
Yes.
an incredible bard.
That's so.
That's right.
Yeah. I try. I yes.
And he's looking to tell the story of the dragon at the hunt. However,
Yes. Holds up loot. String broke. Very unfortunate thing.
Oh.
My favorite instrument.
hoping you might know somebody who could, the best, obviously.
Of course. We get that fixed immediately.
Oh. Okay.
You need it
Should
done in the next hour?
I mean, I don't, but I guess sooner the better, right? Then I can start practicing and.
You. He kind of shouts over to a young man who's kind of serving out a drink to someone who. Take this over to the woodworkers. Make sure that they restring it. What strings are usually on there?
What do I know? I would know that, right?
Surely you would
I
know
certainly
that.
hope
yeah.
you'd know that.
It's
Yeah,
Almo's
these ones-
loot, so
It's probably like a kind of like a horsehair kind of stringed instrument.
okay.
He looks and goes, "That won't do. We'll restring it all with spider silk. It's much lighter."
Oh. Okay. Is that? Would I know if that's like better?
Yeah, it wouldn't break. It makes kind of a nice kind
yeah.
of like a finer vibration as well. It's much finer material.
Oh shit! Nat ones be damned. Give me the spider silk.
Takes it across, hands it down to him. That's going to be the thing that sings the story of the dragon. Make sure that it works. In all of the years the hunt has gone on. 800 years? No one has ever fought in a dragon.
Well, then I'm gonna write a damn good song about it. Be sure that it's one that everyone can sing along to.
I see you do. This is your chance to be known throughout the entirety of Fjordhelm.
No pressure.
Well, we can provide more transportation for you tomorrow if you need it as well. Across the bridge, that is. A larger cart for one.
The card disappears because the 8 hours are.
That's true, yeah. You would have had to keep changing the cart out, by the way, as well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Along with... Do you need any mounts? Anything to ride across? We'll get you there
No.
quicker. Very well.
We'll travel with everybody else.
Very well. Well, if you need anything else, just come by.
Thank you. What was your name again?
I'm Calder-Vast.
Thank you,
It's gold.
Basil. I was already introduced.
Introduce yourself twice. Well, you know your name throughout all these parts soon enough anyway. What'd you go by?
Oh, our group? I'm just gonna glance at Scold. Side-eye him.
I feel like we're working on something new.
Yes, name
suggestions?
pending. We're open to suggestions always. It's like a collaborative effort.
Something stronger. Something that kind of... When people said they know exactly who you mean. Something that shows your capabilities, maybe. Something to do with killing the dragon. Something to do with the hunt. Perhaps something to do with... being outnumbered. I'm not sure. Something that depicts legends.
Basil, you got till, I guess, tonight to think of something.
Oh,
Again,
yes.
no pressure.
It will help you greatly if you give yourselves a name for the hunt. I mean, if you win this thing, which he looks outside, unless your story is not good. If you win this thing, you'll be put into the Hall of Hunters forever.
Definitely need a cool name then. Got it.
I assume all the hunters will be crossing tomorrow, so I should see it in the refugees tonight.
Yes. Yes, it might be the best way to do it. Many of the hunters have already left. Some are still going to be arriving. It'll be a few days now until the hunters called off and they finally announce and see who tells their best story. So, we'll be waiting for a few more hunters to come on through.
Okay.
All right. Need anything? Come to me. Heads on down to the end of the room. Otherwise, everyone's just going to be drinking the night away. Anything else anyone wants to do, or going to move on to
No, hearing that there's a few more days left, Scott wouldn't send them over tonight. He would let them spend the night.
Okay. Yeah. It's
he'd probably put like a platinum at the tavern to like just feed them and bring them food and whatnot.
They get plenty for the platinum. You fill up a lot of the bellies of people, and he says they kind of pass around a bunch of resources and whatnot. Otherwise, the night would be a kind of a pretty calming one. You'd hear a couple more hunters come in at the night, put away their things, having not known about the dragon. They hear word of it, but they're kind of small-time hunters. You see one of them came in with a kind of like a couple of wolves, a couple of kind of outyard cats that are kind of smaller than the crag cats. You see some of them come in with kind of humanoid, ghoulish-like creatures that you can find in the cold, but nothing spectacular. Most of these are kind of mediocre hunts that people are doing just to join in with the tradition. Nothing big, nothing competitive yet. They go and fill up the thing. Yeah?
At some point, I guess after Basil and Skold get back, if you would ask Basil, can you come with me for a second?
Oh my gosh, I'm very popular tonight. Yes.
Well, I was just... Alright, this is dumb.
That's not dumb. Don't doubt yourself already. Go ahead.
I just realized it's been like... Wait, how many days has it been since we fought the dragon, Joe?
4, 5.
It's been like 4 days since we killed the dragon.
Right.
I forgot to let my mother know that I was alive.
Oh.
So I was gonna
probably do that.
I was gonna like just go stand by the head and maybe send her a picture of it if you want.
Do you want me to hold tag and I can be like,
or you could just be in it too. She knows you and she likes you. I just like I suddenly realized that what if she? Well, no, I didn't mean like that. Oh
no, I
shit, I forgot that. That's so awkward. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. No, if you don't want to be in it, you don't have to. I'm sorry.
No, I can be in it. It's fine.
She likes a lot of people. I'm so sorry. She likes a lot of people.
That actually makes me feel better, weirdly enough. But
she's real friendly. Okay, let's just go send my mom a message.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So we'll go out to the barn with the dragon head.
Okay.
And is it collapsed on the ground because the cart?
Yeah, it would have been lying on the side.
I mean, it's still huge, right?
Yeah.
So like,
that thing's beat the fuck up.
I'm gonna look at it and see if I could like make its lips snarl or something, and then like it's just gonna, and it's fine. It's just real scary anyway, right? Like this looks really scary.
I mean, I could get in it and like puppeteer it if you want. You could just press to digitate me afterwards. Should I pretend it's like alive and it's talking to you?
No, she will definitely see through that and then be like, yeah, she will not. We have to like make it look cool, like.
Okay.
Okay, but that is really fun. That is really funny.
I can make it look cool. Let's see. We could both minor illusion something to like really add some.
I mean, I think just a head. Like it's cool, right? To just have the head. Like it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This speaks for itself. I mean, it doesn't literally unless you want me to puppet it, but
it's so tempting to do that. But I feel like she would just be like, I'm trying to make her think that like I'm an adult.
Oh,
and I know
puppeteer,
that she would
right.
be
okay,
like,
let's not puppeteer it then.
we should definitely puppeteer it to someone else though before we give it up.
Definitely should.
Do you know who would appreciate a puppeteer?
Silk.
Penwig, Silk.
Oh, Penwig.
Also
Yes.
probably my dad. Also maybe, yeah. Anyway, okay, we're just gonna do them. Okay,
Right.
all right. So I'm gonna get Tack out. We'll open Tack up and like me and Basil standing like
Selfie cam.
like a giant like. I'm trying to figure out how much of it we can get in the frame.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And I'll send a message to Desra. Hey, Mom.
Basil's just gonna wave silently to let you like have all the words.
Gonna point back at it. Your daughter's a dragon slayer. You mean we all did it? We're okay. We have a dragon head. We're taking it to a trophy thing. I hope you're okay. Bye.
Perfect.
You would see that it kind of flicks back up. You see your mother, her hair kind of braided back and kind of tied, so it goes down. She's wearing a hat, only kind of like a tank top kind of thing, and it's kind of warm. And you can see in the background, you can see like as a juxtaposition to you, almost like the palm trees of Pennytown, and and kind of the dockyard going out, people drinking. And gathered around her, about 6 others, all kind of members of the old crew, kind of leaning over, looking through. And her holding, you can see them kind of all in the image. Goes, hello, love. All of them just saw what you did. You killed a fucking dragon. We're proud of you. Killed a fucking dragon fear. And one of them goes, how did you do it? Did you do anything? You're using up the fucking what? And it cuts out.
Basil's gonna hug Thea and be like, that was so wonderful. She said she was proud of you.
Do you know what I didn't tell her?
What?
I think I could afford to buy my own ship.
Oh my gosh. You should just surprise her. Just show up in Pennytown.
I'm not going to tell her that. I'm going to let her get me the ship and save the money.
Classic.
Okay, we could go back in. Thank you for doing this with me.
No, of course. I mean, I just want to say it's actually really inspiring that, you know, you stay in touch with your family. I don't remember the last time I talked to mine. I actually haven't since I left. And I kind of just like left them a note in the middle of the night.
Shit, I didn't even leave a note.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of mad. What did your note say?
just that. I mean, it's very heavy and kind of silly, probably. Just talking about how I felt like I didn't really belong. It's kind of a sad note. I hope they're okay. I don't know. Should I write them? I don't know.
Well, why don't we just use Tack and call them tomorrow?
Oh, maybe. I'll think about it. I don't know if I'm ready to yet. I just feel like they're going to be disappointed.
My mother was literally disappointed in everything that I've ever done, and she just said she was proud and said I killed a fucking dragon twice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think your parents would ever be disappointed in you. Also, you're great. Like,
Thanks, Fia. I'll think about it. Thank you for listening.
yeah.
Let's go back and drink and, you know, celebrate and stuff.
Right. Dude, we killed a dragon.
We did. We killed a dragon and we lived to tell the
Sort
tale.
of- I feel a little bit weird about it. Just
Oh,
because,
yeah,
like,
because
I don't.
is that
I don't know, I feel-
taboo?
What if, like, I don't know. It seems a little weird. It's really cool.
It's really cool.
But it feels slightly weird. Also, now I'm like, no dragon? I don't. Yeah. But we did it.
We did it.
just, yeah.
To be fair, of all the dragons to kill, that was a really bad one. Really just causing a lot of havoc on the land.
That's true.
Don't need to feel bad about it, I don't think. So
Yeah. Like, I think It's like anything, right? Like you could kill the shitty ones.
Yeah.
If somebody's shitty, you get rid of them.
I think that's a good moral code. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just like the non-shitty ones are fine. The shitty ones
Gotta
get killed.
go.
Yeah. All right.
You're a good person, Fia. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm trying. Like you and the thing is, I thought I was okay, and we'll start to walk back. I thought like just like okay as a person, really, right? And then I met like you, and then I met Timmy. You guys are like the best of like you're like always so like thoughtful and just like, what can I do to help everyone? I don't always think what I can do to help everyone. I mean, I get there most of the time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't want to help everyone. Sometimes I just want to help my own self.
You know,
It's sort of annoying. You guys are like so great.
well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I think the world would be really boring if everyone was just like me and Timmy. I mean, we need people that are fierce and are willing to stand up for what they believe in, like you, Fia. Seriously. Don't doubt yourself. You're great.
We killed a dragon.
We are never going to stop saying that, and I don't think we should. We
No,
killed a
do you know
dragon.
the thing is though? We killed a dragon. We have to kill like at least one more. So like, it's good practice though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Join back with the table.
Okay. You come back to the drinks flowing and the night going on. You find themselves resting up. You don't really find much kind of like in the ways of like inns here. That people just can kind of go and find their own rooms and whatnot. Warmth is kind of celebrated this far north, so they kind of give away any kind of land you can to settle in. But by the morning, you'd have rested up, and the way to the bridge is already open. People are already starting to gather other things to move across. Your entourage is all outside, gathering everything, and waiting for their leaders to kind of take the way across. The town, many people wake up early just to watch all of you head out, knowing that you'll be heading across the bridge with a great dragon head. More people even joining the entourage to come to Calder-Vast just so they can see it. Tyra and Tyrus have already kind of gone ahead. You heard them wake up early in the morning. And you can already see as they kind of pulled out their Ollie Mammoth's head and kind of the front part of his torso onto a great kind of pulled along wagon. It's buckling a little bit, but they're managing to pull it across, and they've called in the help of one of the oxes of this area, so it's kind of pulling it along with them. And they start heading across the bridge. Are you all heading out across the bridge the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Journeying up onto the bridge itself, you can see that this thing was designed for a giant. This is kind of more of a walkway bridge. You could bring some small supplies across it. But for people of your size, it is massive. The same size as Albridge when you were there, but this time without homes and houses across it. You do get campsites along the lower portion. For the first hour or so of walking, you find people made makeshift homes against it, and they've kind of turned into a little bit of a portion of the town. But after the first hour, you start passing along. It's chillier, but all across around you for the first time is this massive flat land of ice. As far as the eye can see in the south and to the north, it takes a little while before you can start to only see ice all across it. You travel for hours along the bridge. The walkway easier.
Are all of the Krigvan and Lokavat with us?
Yeah. You have the entire entourage following you along. Couple taking the lead. The dragon head being pulled as well. Hundreds traveling the bridge. There's a portion of the bridge once you get to about halfway. Most of your day gone by as you're traveling. Where a lot of the entourage start moving to the side and looking over. Someone's stopping, watching the ice. Looking down. Has anyone been to Calder-Vast before? Or is it everyone's first time?
Yeah, it would have been Scott's first time. There's no reason to come here ever before.
Most of the entourage start looking over, and then peeking. Some of the young ones being lifted to look. While they kind of climb down. Is anyone going to peek over?
Sure.
Here in the center, the middle of the ice lake, you'd peer down, and deep under the ice, you can see all the way down to it. At first, you think it's a rock, designed in a beautiful kind of almost humanoid shape, and then you realize, massive, several hundred feet big, a face so embedded down, even though it's so far down into the ice, you can see this almost crystalline red face, closed eyes, a helmet infused onto the skin with kind of metal going down, spike and jagged at the bottom. A body where the waist, you can't see beyond the waist, but its arms pressed out like this, clawed. Fingers huge, arms with van braces and gauntlets going up them. An armor kind of pressing up against its chest, similar to that of a fire giant. You look down to the avatar of Belamos, the god of war. The one that Saphira had looked on many, many years ago.
Mm.
And like in her tale, the eyes are closed. The entourage stay for a moment before continuing their walk forward. The unremarkable experience, kind of the proof that the gods exist. You carry on going for a while longer before you see, eventually, only a couple hours away from you now, the end of the bridge. And there, standing tall against the mountains behind it, is the great giant fort of Calder-Vast. The door, 200 feet tall. Even from this distance, you can see this place is massive. Tiny homes litter like ants around the outside and the outskirts of the massive fortress. And it stands tall, almost getting thinner as it goes in, like a pillar. Kind of like a stalagmite, but built of this dark blackened stone.
Would this place be named Calder-Vast by the humans? Would there be like any giant writing on it or anything? Or has it literally been translated?
It's kind of almost been like simply taken away from the giant to mean stronghold. Okay. And it was like they heard the word. Calder-Vast is not the kind of the cleanest translation of it. But you can see it's kind of almost been named Calder-Vast by the humans because they heard the giant.
Like literally named in a literal sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, as you're kind of like journeying closer, the sun sets. Calder-Vast lights up with different torches at night, gems that emit light outwards as well. At the end of the bridge, just maybe 45 minutes before you would exit it, a portion of the bridge you'd have to kind of go around. It's taken up by a couple hundred shields, and they've been fused together against a great plinth. Giant runes are written on it, as well as common. And it says the words, Here, 413 Krigven gave their lives. We honor their deaths. You know this from the time of the human-giant war, when the Krigven held the bridge so that the giants could escape into the mountains. In the final battle of the giant war. 400 stood against many, many, many numbers more. Humans, half-orcs, all sorts attacked, but they held. And they're the reason that the giants survived. This kind of monument to them has flowers, weapons, all sorts kind of laid down in respect. But eventually, you pass on by. As you do, the Krigven with you, and they bow their heads, some of them planting things down by it, recognizing. Eventually, though, and you would pass people on the bridge as well, many of them staring at your dragon head, merchants and whatnot, but many are going your direction. You pass for the better part of the majority of that day and see this slight incline that goes down to the land just below the mountainous keep. There's no real way to kind of get here without going across the ice or through the bridge or through the mountain. It's kind of embedded into it. The bridge is built perfectly onto the only bit of land in front. Houses kind of loom up the mountains on both sides, but the great hall's gates are open. People coming in and out. You see a great wave of them just part as your entourage walks and marches into Calder-Vast for the first time. A horn is sounded to call out for the amount of people that have just entered. And you pass under the doors of Calder-Vast into the great city. Inside the hall stands several 100 feet high, like being in a massive cavern. You can see what was clearly just once a simple giant's hall has been turned into a massive, vast network of homes, a city of homes, built onto shelves and built all up the walls and across the ground. You can see great doors that head off into like a kitchen area that seems to be bustling with people and life. Another door to your side leading to what would be kind of a, almost like a refectionary area that's been turned into more housing estates and guild halls. The hallway goes all the way down, and the staircases have mini stairs built up to them. Each one has buildings built all the way across. This place could hold 50,000, 100,000 if they pulled more in. They built these extra staircases that kind of go up and ramps that go up the actual stairs, which only lead up to the next floor. But that is quite a climb at this state. Up there, the Lord's Hall. Where'd you guys like to go in Calder-Vast? What's your first mission?
Figure out what to do with the dragon head?
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
where
did
do
I
we
get
leave
my
it?
loot back?
Off, yeah.
Did you get what, sorry?
Did I get my loot
forgot
back?
Yes, sorry, yeah. Someone would have come to you with your restring. They're like a slight, they're like a slight blue woven silk.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
Very
thank you.
easy to string, and you can feel like you can pull them and they won't even slightly tug and break.
Nice. Yeah, Dragon Head. What we doing with this?
Yeah, do we have to like check in with someone and
You see a
leave
couple
it
of guards come over and kind of see your entourage gathering around. Here they wear like a various of like leathered armor and chainmail. A lot of them wear furs. They've kind of got those helmets with just the eye slits around a kind of conal helmet. One of them steps up to you, spear and shield in hand. You can see their shields have a kind of painted shields of like what seems to almost depict like a coiling snake on the front of it. Lowers the shield and looks towards you. Greetings. I suppose you're here for the Great Hunt. I'm not familiar with that thing. What is that?
Oh, it's a dragon head.
Great white dragon.
Quite an entry. All the entries are being brought upstairs to the Lord's Hall.
Is there a ramp? There's got to be a ramp. There's other
We got
people
like
with
a
carts.
pulley system.
We do have a pulley system. We can bring that up.
Okay, great. Nice.
All right.
Do we?
Would you like
do we
us
need,
to gather people to take it up there for you, or are you going to bring it up yourselves?
Oh, well,
I can do it.
All right. The pulley system, you'll see it in the kitchen area. The district has
thanks.
it. All right. The great door to that is open always. You can see they've kind of removed the great kind of obsidian doors. Inside, you can see this is kind of the area for like a bazaar, marketplace. Everything you can see kitchen utensils which have been turned into actual homes, like a pot that's been designed and carved into a home lying around on the ground. Heading into that way, before you do, one of the Krigren steps up to you and says, the leader, and she says, "What's our plan? Should we just wait here, or?"
Up to you. You're welcome to stay or head on to Kongstal. Whatever people prefer.
All right. We'll press on to the back, find out how to get to Kongstal. Maybe we'll settle down until you're done, I think. Maybe send out some scouts first. All right.
I know the way.
Okay. If you know the way, then maybe we'll head on. Other people will be eager to get there, and she looks around. It's not kind of our thing.
Yeah. It's like a theme park. For giants.
Hell's a theme park.
She nods her head, not knowing what you mean, but following her king. And they start kind of splitting off, leaving you to head off into the kitchen area. You'd see as soon as you come in, the pulley system is like, they've got like a ramp going up. And there's almost like a chute where they could drop things down from one floor to the other. And they built their own kind of elevated pulley system into that. And people are kind of dragging up crates and supplies up there. You'd see kind of just ahead of you, having just left a few hours, you'd see Tyrus and Tyra going up with their one right now as you're kind of going in there. The kitchen area, all of it, like it's almost like an island in the middle. And it wasn't a huge room necessarily if you were the size of a giant. But here they've kind of designed it so the island in the middle has houses wrapped around it, staircases, all sorts. Making your way over towards the pulley area, you'd see a few guards look towards you and the dragon, many eyes staring at you the entire time. They point to it as it goes. The large kind of elevator device lowers. Welcome to the Calder-Vast, and enjoy your stay. A great hunt as you go up. It's the next district on the right. We'll get into the Lord's Hall. Inside there, people are storing their various kills. Would you like something to cover it up so you can leave it as more of a surprise?
Sure.
All right. He points over to someone. They kind of come over and they bring these great bits of like, almost like a tarpaulin like cloth.
Hardly a surprise at this point.
Start pulling it over it. And yeah, it's massive. You can see that it takes like several of them to like start climbing up and kind of pull it over. And they eventually kind of cover up. But everyone around this area has seen it. He smiles and kind of looks at you, knowing that you're kind of thinking that. Goes, well, from the other hunters. I'd surprise them. Keep them off their toes.
That's going to surprise anybody.
All right. Coming up. See the kind of pulley people. They've got like large Goliaths who do this all day. And they grab hold and they look at it and go. And begin tugging. You hear as you're being pulled all the way up to the next portion of the district. The room it goes into is another kind of smaller kitchen area, but this one built for storage, hundreds and thousands of crates. Guards that walk around, they see as you kind of come up. Another great hunt! They put wheels underneath it and help bring it along your cart and start dragging it across. Kind of taking it away from you, almost like busboys. They kind of move around and kind of help push and pull it with them towards the Lord's Hall. You see up here, again, great halls designed, and one of the great doorways to the right turns. Inside there, they've got buildings for you can just store them in. They kind of move across. This room is like what would be kind of a small Jarl's almost seat or office almost, but being turned into a great hall. The chair standing atop has a staircase that leads up to it with several more chairs on it. It's kind of seen as like the actual room is up on the actual chair itself, the seat, the throne. Other than that, they've got like a huge carpet and winded up going towards that stair. But many buildings on the sides of this district that various people are in, hunters are in and whatnot. They help move your dragon into one of the side rooms and close off the doors. The guy comes up to you and says, "All right, have you got a name to put on the door?"
Looks at Basil.
Oh, fuck.
You could just use like a code name for right now, right? So nobody knows. Like,
Yeah.
Gold?
like mysterious. Yeah. Just
You can put Scold.
put school.
Do you not have a name, Basil?
I mean, I'm kind of wanting to consult with the group first.
Okay, let's consult right now.
Okay.
What do you got?
Let's all say a name on the count of 3.
That's a good idea.
Ready, guys?
No, it's not time. You're not going to be able to hear them.
2, 3. Booby butts.
I don't know.
Come on, guys. You guys at least try with me.
The guard just like peering across all you.
It's not going to be boogie
We'll
butts.
give you a minute. And he slips away.
Thank you.
Boogie butts?
What about like
No,
the save?
I
You're
said
off the-
booby butts, but thank
You're
you very
off to
much
me.
for thinking that I was better
you
than
lost
that.
your vote.
Okay, fair. Fabulous, just sit.
Just sit down. Just sit down right now.
You know what? I deserve that. That's fine.
Like the saviors of Safna, or like the fearsome of Fjordhelm. He shrugs.
Cold Pete's. Sorry. I had to get that one out. I won't contribute anymore.
I think they're all funny. It's a how about like I don't know, Saviors of Safna is nice, but I feel like we've done more than that, right?
We've
Like
definitely done more than that.
It's more
But,
than
like-
what our legacy is, really.
What about Magnathor's Bane? That'll piss
yeah,
you
or like
Oh,
God Hunter or something.
that would also
right?
turn heads.
Ooh.
Like I think something like that. Also,
I feel like
Bane is
Magnathor's
just
Bane
cool.
would piss him off, which I'm all for.
They already can see us all the time. They already like know
No.
that we're coming for them. Like, why not?
Mia says that Adelward's definitely going to just instinctively cast see invisibility and look around.
They're not watching you right now. You don't see anything.
Nice.
Magnathor's Bane.
I was gonna be more generic
like
and just
that.
say gods, but I think Magnathor's Bane is way cooler.
God's
God's
Bane or
Bane is kind
Magnathor's.
of like, it rolls off the tongue a bit better.
It does
That's
roll off
true.
the tongue a bit better. Does that make us seem like we're out here like trying to kill good gods? Like
I feel
Is
like
that-
if you're a good god, you know that we're not coming for you. It's okay.
it's
Right.
unspoken, right?
Great. What were we just
I'll
talking about?
include
The
that in
shitty
the
one's gotta
song.
go.
All in favor of God's Bane.
I mean,
I'm fine with whatever as long as it's not enough cock in it, honestly.
My thoughts exactly.
Can you put formerly cockslayers on the? We can put that on
like
the,
in really small
No.
print.
No.
You put that on the.
No.
We'll put it on
no,
the
no,
door.
No, no,
I'm
no.
putting it on there.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that.
God's Bane.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
All
I
right.
think that's good.
God.
Oh wait,
Steps over.
Adelward, if you're a god now, is this
I'm
awkward?
not
for you?
Is
a
this
god.
offensive?
I am not. I don't.
I'm
That's
joking.
what
I know you
they're
want to be a god.
calling
It's
me.
fine.
That's
I was
not
just-
what I am.
He looks across you. What should we chisel in?
God's Bane.
God's
Say
Bane.
it with more confidence than that.
What do you think of that name? Sorry, God's Bane.
It's definitely God's
Puffs
Bane.
his chest out.
It rolls off the tongue. I like it. Well, welcome to Calder-Vast, God's Bane. And then he goes off and begins chiseling it in.
Guys, we have a name.
Episode, what is this?
They plant on the door.
74.
And
Episode 74, everyone.
we'll end episode 74 with the party finally getting the
Nice.
name.
Oh
God's
my
Bane.
gosh.
Yay!
We did it, everyone!
God's
Cock
Bane
Slayers
of
no more.
Godforged. Cock Slayers no more.
Cockslayers in our hearts.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you everyone for playing as per usual. Yeah.
God's bracket Coxbane. Fuck you, chat.
Oh,
Oh, God.
that is funny.
So unnecessary. I love it.
Amazing.
I did see that someone in chat did, as we were discussing that, say last chance for booby butts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
sorry,
true.
the booby butts didn't win for everyone in chat.
Damn
who's
it.
rooting for
You
it.
know, the first
good-
option doesn't
I love
usually
cool
win,
beats.
so
Our
Cool
group
Pete's
does
would've been
have
great.
boobies and butts. We also have a cool
me
Pete.
do
also.
the Legend of Cool
Cool
Pete's.
Pete and the Cockslayers. Is, I wanted to mention
Sounds like a great
worst
band.
name- Worst name we could have ever possibly have had.
Amazing. You might have known us as the Cockslayers. Others called us Cool Pete's. Well, next week we can explore the Great Hunt, heading towards Kongstal, meeting up with Cadvan and seeing what's going on with your enemies. But for now, we finish. So let's go ahead and do our shout-outs. Thank you, everyone, for playing as per usual. We're going to go ahead and start with Tomato, who he told me today he had a lot to say. Go ahead, Tomato.
Did I?
I'm going to take notes.
He said he had a treat for everyone.
Joe's like flat out making things up because he wants me to do a real intro so bad. But I'm never gonna give it to him, dude. Ever, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Tomato. That's it, man. You can look it up on Google. You'll find it.
Google tomato right now, chat.
That's true. If you put tomato and then you put game, it'll come up. If you put tomato, it'll
If
also
you just
come
put
up.
tomato,
Probably a
I
little
guess
bit down the
eventually,
list.
maybe. Yeah.
If you,
Still
you know what,
scrolling.
that'd be your
It's
legend.
fine.
If you manage to become the top
Yeah.
end of Google over the actual fruit, you'll be a legend. That's when you become a god. Go ahead and spam his socials. Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it my turn, or are you just saying Sam?
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
turn.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping that was yours, dude.
Oh.
I thought you were trying to outdo Tomato. Yeah. Just grunting and being like, and that's it.
You two are a bad
I'll be
influence on
li-
each other.
I'll be live after this, so come find me.
Yeah, we'll host him.
Look long and hard. Good luck.
You will host him to Sam. You know where he is. He's been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. I don't know what else. Zomboid? I don't know.
Dude, he did mine too tomorrow. He did mine too.
You sons of bitches! I'm going to give you
friend.
disadvantage all the time. Also, we should probably
Forever.
because I didn't break the character state. If you were wondering what the magical thing with Tomato was earlier, Tomato is now a blade singer, a blade dancer. I always get blade singer, blade dancer confused.
It's
Actually,
blade singer.
It is
He's
blade
got
singer.
a blade, and he does stuff.
Yes, he dancer. He's a blade singer wizard.
Perform.
So still the same level and whatnot, but yeah, we roll class. Breba.
It had to be done.
Hello, I'm Brebun. I'm playing through Dark Souls 2 now because I beat Dark Souls 1. Yes, I did it, everybody. Thank you. Dark Souls 2 is so much fucking harder. What the fuck? Yes, I hate it.
Oh.
I actually got really used to how clunky Dark Souls 1 is, and now I miss it.
Yeah, I just felt that's fair.
You
I'm
used to
almost
take
conscious.
muscle memory.
Dark Souls 2, they tried to take it in a different direction. So
I
yeah.
just hate that you have to level up adaptability to
Yeah,
get
they tied
iframes.
iframes
What
to
the
it.
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, you basically have to relearn the game, but then Dark Souls 3 is the same as Dark Souls 1. So then you have to relearn.
I like the one guy
that
that
seems
likes
mean.
Dark Souls 2. It's
Dark Souls 2 is my favorite Dark
I
Souls.
like
Oh,
it.
Is
I
it?
like it a lot.
Yeah.
I
But
like
it's
it a
very
lot.
fun. There's a certain kind of person that says Dark Souls 2 is their favorite game, and they're fucking weird.
It's not
I like
There's
the
a lot of
lore
fun
of it
bosses.
so far.
But yeah, it's
I like that they did different stuff than Dark Souls 3 did.
Dark Souls 3
Right,
my
right.
favorite, so watch
I'm
your mouth,
excited
man,
to get
okay?
the 3. Let
Yeah, well,
me tell
Bloodborne's
you.
the best one, and nothing else matters.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Bloodborne's
That's fair.
fantastic.
Bloodborne was great. Well, that's very good. Are you far? Or you just started?
No, I think I've killed like 2 or 3 bosses.
There's
So
like
I'm really
50
not
in that
far.
game.
It's a,
It's crazy.
It's a
Did you-
long fucking game. So
Did you get pursued?
yes, I did, and now I do everywhere.
Did you kill
Oh
him?
yeah.
Yeah, Benji helped me. We did crossbow. The bolts. You hop on there and he like gets hit and dies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not describing this
Next
very
week,
well.
Bree explains how catapult works.
It's a ballista.
It's a trebuchet. No, ballista. Wait, what's
Ballista,
the one that
ballista.
fires
It's a
arrows?
ballista,
Okay, it's a ballista.
It's a ballista.
Stuff.
It's a ballista.
That's the longest way to say yes I've ever
Nice.
heard. Yes, I did do it.
Yes, I did it.
That game has a lot of bosses. Fun.
Yeah.
Dodger.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dodger. You can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything. I drink coffee and I try to play a different game every day. I've also swapped out one of my streams each week with a full craft day where I do stupid shit like put mushrooms on my knees. So
Oh hell yeah.
come hang out. It's good times. It's good vibes.
Nice.
Thank you. Bless.
You take a goddamn page out of Dodger's book, Tomato and Sam. Look at that, it's clean.
Yeah.
Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane. I've also been streaming Dark Souls 2 this past week because there's a sick mod I'm playing that makes it very hard. So I'll be playing it tomorrow.
You're such a
There's something
glutton for
wrong with you.
punishment.
Yeah.
Wait, which mod?
Seeker of Fire, I think it's called. It's the whole game and it's unbelievably good.
Stealing this? I'll be taking that.
OLG.
Hello, I'm OLG. I don't really stream. I just kind of, I don't know, do other boring shit. Sometimes I tweet about it. I did watch Dodger's Mushroom on the Knee stream. which is cute. And
Thanks.
did, because now she's doing crafting streams, I looked at this sweater that I've been trying to knit for 2 fucking years. And I just got sick of it. Was like, I'm not doing it anymore because it was boring. And then I was like, look at Dodgers on stream putting a cute little fucking mushroom on her knee. Guess I better get it out. So I did wind a ball of yarn kind of out of spite because Dodger made me. And I'm ready to try to finish
that
this fucking
influence
sweater.
on you.
So shout out to
Even if it did
crafting.
make you mad.
Yeah. Whether we do it out of spite or for fun, it's great either way.
So true.
Well, thank you for playing. You can find me on this channel. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing this week, but every Tuesday, I'll probably be working on some map stuff. But every Tuesday, I read a bunch of homebrew, so you can come out and see some homebrew stuff read out. We'll be checking out, I think Critical Role's releasing a book sometime in the next week or so, so I'm probably going to check that out on stream.
Nice.
And other than that, though, you can find our Discord. It's going to be refurbished a little bit soon as the new campaigns come up and whatnot, so we'll be cleaning the whole thing up. Same with the Patreon. The Patreon's going to get a rework at some point soon as well, which you can find !Patreon if you want to see any homebrews or any notes, GM notes and stuff behind the scenes. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back next week for episode 75. Knee deep in the area of Fjordhelm now. I feel like we're closing in on some pretty important stuff, so that's cool.
God's
Nice.
Bane.
God's Bane. We have a
If I had
name.
that effect, I would echo, but I don't. So.
Yeah,
Dude,
there you
it's
go.
a good name because it
God's
like
Bane.
clashes with the name of the show.
Thank you.
which
It
is-
Yeah,
does.
I
It
like
does.
that.
Yeah. I do like
Like
it.
the Sam's in
Awesome.
grayscale again.
He's feeling very moody.
Yeah.
It's his emo
have a
face.
Did you
name.
purposely move to
Emo.
grayscale, or does it just do that?
No, it
just
actually did it on its
happens.
own. Yeah. Apparently, there's an issue with using virtual cam and the cam link
Oh,
that makes it just go like fucking nuts, like either purple or black and white. So that's me.
damn.
It chose to go grayscale.
Black and white's always really flattering, though, so that's good. You know, it looks moody. All
It's
right.
very
thanks.
moody.
You look moody.
We're going to raid into stripping.
His Artorias and his wolf.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
get it
yeah.
now.
You also
Oh
have
my
a,
God.
Actually, you can't see those. You're not allowed to look at those.
Okay, I won't look.
They're spoilers.
Okay.
But-
Artorias is my favorite.
The
though.
grayscale really ruins them, so it's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You also have an actual massive model of that, don't you? Of Sif.
Of both of them.
Oh,
Are you
what?
both? God damn.
Wait,
yeah.
have you not
That's
seen
so-
it, Bree?
Oh,
No,
Bree, the
that's
Sif is
so
amazing.
Go get it.
cool.
The Sif is so
Oh my
good.
God.
Stay
I'm excited.
He has smacked it multiple times while doing VR. You should know that. So
Fucked.
it is not unscathed.
Oh my
so
God,
huge.
that's so cool.
It's
What
really
the
so cool.
heck? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh my God.
And moody because
It's very
in
moody.
grayscale.
Yes. It's fitting.
It's so
That's
cool.
so cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you
Nice.
for showing me.
Well,
One day, Bree.
are you going live right now, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'll send everyone to raid over, and we'll see you guys next week. Someone just called this show Godforged, and now I'm looking forward to
Frogged.
leaving.
You should do a one shot sometime where we're all
Frogs.
frogs.
Yes.
Yo, guys, crazy. Something just came up on the exact day that one shot's happening. So
Yeah, but Sam, you did say you were going to make it to the Twilight one, so okay, good night, everyone. Bye, bye.